Let's just think about what we've got going on. It is so good. So good.
Y'all, first of all, let me say how excited I am to finally be able to host this week. I have not hosted a single day this week, and it
Devil's
has been
playing with the church's money.
It's been killing me.
Crazy.
I'm not very good at being sick. I'm a doer for sure, and yeah, I was literally laying in bed the past few days, crying because I felt bad, but crying because I couldn't get up and I couldn't do anything.
Listen, I'll be the first to say we have missed you.
Well, I have missed, as crazy as it sounds, I have missed being at work. Because
I'm sure.
at least it keeps me busy and my mind off of things.
Yeah.
So I want to show you guys what we're going to be creating today, and we'll go overhead. We are going to be creating these adorable print and cut little gift vouchers, gift tickets. These are great for birthdays, holidays, just because gifts. I love doing this, especially for the littles in our life, whether it be a trip to the zoo, cookie baking night, a movie night, whatever. And it doesn't even have to be for your littles. You can do this and really make a very good personalized gift for a significant other in your life. So many things you can do with this, okay? So I'm gonna be teaching you all how we can create this in Canva, and then we can put it into Design Space. All we have to do is upload and cut.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. So, speaking on materials that you're gonna need, it's actually pretty minimal. So you're gonna need some type of mat. Now I do have a standard grip mat here. The light grip mat that we had yesterday, I truly feel like it's on our last leg. So I do have a standard grip mat. If you have a light grip mat, great. It doesn't matter. You all can learn in the feel of your mat. If you feel like it's too sticky for paper, get a light grip mat. It's just our light grip mat that we have in the studio right now is a little too light. So we need a mat and white cardstock and an inkjet printer, although the inkjet printer is not in here, and that's about it. So we've gone over all of the supplies that you're gonna need for this project. Let's go ahead and dive right into creating. So here we are on the, I've got the mouse backwards. Here we are on the Maker's Gonna Learn website. Now, we do have a few little elements on our ticket that is Maker's Gonna Learn file and font. So I'm just gonna show you exactly what we have on our ticket. First off, we have a flower. I mean, number one.
They're beautiful.
Number one, can we take a minute to look at these watercolor bows? I didn't even know they were there. They took my breath away.
They're beautiful.
I'm obsessed with them. Roller Babe? Mm-hmm. I kind of wish I was. I am obsessed with all of these. So anyway, we're gonna go to, I'm not exactly sure what this falls under. It is linked down below. We'll just type in flower. This is a little yellow flower. It's gonna come up lots of different flowers, guys. You can see here, they're all linked. I can't even go to YouTube to find the link. But anyway, you can see there's lots of different things, but I do know that we are going to use estuary. So let's just go ahead and grab the fonts. You can pick any flower you want for this little ticket. But what we're gonna do is, if you've been around, if you've been a friend of the channel, you know that estuary is literally one of our favorite fonts. And I'm gonna show you guys how you can download a font and how you can upload a file. So we're gonna make sure we download estuary. You'll understand here in a minute. Let's go back to our cut files and let me just pick a cut file. I'm just gonna pick one of these bows just because, I mean, they're beautiful. Why not? I'm gonna download this watercolor bow so I can show you how to upload a Maker's Gonna Learn file and a Maker's Gonna Learn font, okay? So from there, we're gonna go over to Canva and we are going to go to create a design. Now, let's talk about creating your sizing for your design, okay? In my opinion, it really just depends on what you are creating it for. But if I'm doing something for, let's say, I know that I'm going to print it on an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. 9 times out of 10, I'm going to put it on an 8.5 by 11 document size. That way I know in my head, I can really put in there, I can figure out exactly how big it is. So I'm just going to go to custom size. This is just the way that my brain works. If you all want to do it differently, you can. I'm going to change it from pixels because right now it doesn't really matter. I mean, the pixels, you can't see how big your design is with the pixels. It's just odd. So I change it to inches. If you're more familiar with centimeters, you can also change it to centimeters as well. I'm doing it in inches. Width is going to be 8.5 and height is going to be 11. Now we're going to go to create a new design. Now that we have our design created a little bit on the canvas, this is going to represent the piece of paper that we are going to be printing these on. So our next step is going to be looking for our ticket shape. So we're going to come over here to Elements and we're just literally going to type in ticket. It's that easy. And you can see here we have graphics. These are actual photos. We don't want photos for this. We want these graphics. So I'm just going to go to see all. And what you can do is you can scroll through all of these different ticket types and you can pick which one you like the best. Just know some of these are going to have the little crown on them. If it has a crown on it, that's going to mean that it is a Canva Pro feature. If it does not have a crown on it, then that means it is going to be just a standard. Anybody that has a free account can use it. So just because I know not all of us has a free account or a pro account, we'll use one that I know for a fact
you can make today.
You can make today, absolutely. So this is one, I can even change the color. I'm gonna pick a couple because we're gonna play around with a few different things. I'm even gonna pick one that, like I like this one, the fact that it has just a straight side on it. I really like that. But I do kind of like where you can tear it off, like this one right here. Oh, I think this one might be it actually, because I thought it was just an outline, but I can change this. So let's just go ahead. I've already found it. This is the one that I want. It is a free design. You can see here. And what I love about Canva is once you choose something, you can then, it gives you magic recommendations. So you can see all on the magic recommendations. You can pick one with a barcode. This one is cute. You can make it bigger. You can even, look, you can customize it even more. That's the same one that we have. Oh, no, it's not. This one has like little perforated edges on the sides. So it's really dependent on your style and what you want. But with that being said, I'm just gonna go ahead and delete both of these and we are gonna start designing this one. So let me zoom in so we can see this a little bit better. Next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to change the colors. So I love really creating my own custom colors. You can choose from colors like the color palettes down here if you want to. My personal favorite is being able to choose my own custom colors. And I'm trying to decide what colors I want to go for today.
Ooh.
What are you thinking?
I've never been upset with some mint.
I've not either. We've not done mint in a long time.
Yeah, I love a little mint.
I don't know. We'll stay with it.
Maybe
I like
mint and maybe some slate gray could be good for text. Very like relaxing. Maybe it could be a spa day coupon.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Boom.
Oh, but I did download that bow. But I don't need the bow. It's gonna be a spa day.
Okay.
It's gonna be. I'm gonna show you how to upload something from Maker's Gonna Learn onto your computer. But let's just say you wanted to add the bow. Let's just go ahead and show you how to do that. So once you download once you pick your colors, whatever, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to uploads. You can upload files if you want to, but what we're gonna do is I'm going to bring my Finder into view, which I have not unzipped this file. If you double click it, you can unzip it. Now you can see it is unzipped. What we can now do is drag and drop.
Love it.
It's as simple as that. You can see it even comes in with the background removed. Pop that in. Look, there you go.
So good.
And now we can add our little bow to this. So actually, I'm changing it. Sorry, Tanner. I'm going to come back to colors. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to grab my picker tool, and I'm going to get this dark pink in here.
Love it. Ooh, look at that.
And then we can do light pink writing, possibly.
Now I feel like you're giving a rodeo. Like, I feel like it's getting rodeo.
Okay,
like, are you
I'll
doing
stop.
a rodeo? No. I'm just saying the bow reminds me of the rodeo.
How does the bow remind you of the rodeo?
Know. What does it remind you of?
I don't know.
Okay,
Coquette?
What?
I don't know.
What's that?
It's just that it's what's in style right now.
Well, what would
Taylor.
be the, no, Lauren.
I don't like that
What
color.
would be for the bow? Is it like a girl's day? Is it?
I think
is it
it's gonna be a
shopping?
girl's day.
Okay, I love that.
I keep playing around with it. I think I want to go light again. Let me try it with the light. Oh, not the background. I want that
Love
one. We're gonna go back to the picker. I think that's it. I don't know why this is. I accidentally turned that pink. I want it back.
Lauren's
white.
getting wild.
I'm getting wild here. Okay. I really like where we're going with this so far.
I love it.
Okay. So, Cynthia said, how did you do that? So if you're talking about the picker tool, all I'm doing is I'm selecting my color, going over here to document colors, clicking this plus button. Sometimes this picker tool is going to come up, sometimes it's not. And then you can click that and you can drag and drop it really to anything on the, put this blue up here if I wanted to, I'm not going to, but you can put it on anything in the screen and color match something if you have the picker tool.
Right.
Now, how do I get off of it? What am I doing? I don't want it now. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're just gonna go back.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. So now that you've got that, we are going to type in what we want on our ticket side. So I told you we were gonna use the font Estuary. Now, before I teach you how to download a font into Canva, let's come together because you can only do this if you have Canva Pro, but I still want to make sure you all know how you can do it so that you are equipped to have that knowledge. You're equipped with that knowledge so that you can determine, do you think you're going to use more fonts than what Canva has? You can make that decision yourself. So back over into Canva, what we're going to do is we are going to upload a new font. Now, you would think that it would work from here to upload a new font. It's really weird where you find it. So what you have to do is if you'll go to Brand Kit and you come down here, no, where's it at? Fonts, right here. If you go to Brand Kit Fonts and you edit your fonts, manage upload fonts, this has changed.
Right, yeah.
This has changed a lot.
Totally.
Okay, well, manage upload fonts. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna choose your file. You're gonna go to your downloads. You can type in Estuary.
I'm wondering if this is just if you're wanting to do a brand kit font and not just like a regular top box.
No, this is for, normally for any font. Now, let's just add a text box here.
Because
you can come over here and upload a font. But
yeah.
What's been happening is we've not been able to upload from there. It gives us a like an error message.
Right.
Like Estuary, like it's not even, oh, there it is. Open. Oh, it worked this time.
Yay.
That's the one thing. It's just kind of going back
Yeah.
and forth. So if you'll do it that way, that's probably going to be the easiest. So let's go back and let me do that all over again, because it kind of threw me off that Canva has changed just a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a text box. There's a couple different things that you can do. You can come over here to the right where it says text, and you can click add a text box. Simple, easy. Can I put you onto a little thing?
Yeah.
With this purple, if you click on your page, you have the purple bounding box around your page. Did you know that you can click the letter T on your keyboard and you get a text box? That is for both Windows and Mac.
Love it.
That is literally my favorite. That is absolutely my favorite way of adding a text box, is clicking on your page, hitting the letter T on your keyboard, and a text box appears. That easy. So once you have added your text box, if you come up here to your font, you can see all of the font types over here, but you can also see at the very bottom of that window, it says upload a font. So what you're going to do is click on that. You go to your downloads. Once you have downloaded the font from Maker's Gonna Learn by clicking the arrow pointing down like I showed you earlier, you do have to unzip it, but now what you need to do is you need to search for it. Because like I said earlier, when we've been unzipping our fonts, they've kind of been getting lost in our downloads, but when you search for it, it will pop right up. So you can click on it, open, and upload. So we have uploaded it. You're just going to click yes, upload anyway, and it will be there. So now if you'll type in estuary, your font will be right there. How cute. So now we're going to type in Girls' Day with Aunt Lauren. Although I am not technically an aunt yet, but y'all, I want to be an aunt so bad.
Tell your sisters to get with the program.
Dude, I don't think you understand.
They have one job.
I want to.
You're ready to fulfill your auntie duties.
I'm so ready to be the best Auntie Lauren ever.
I mean, you're already Auntie Lauren to my children, and you're doing a great job. And you're doing a great job, Lauren.
And I try to be Auntie Lauren to all my friends' kids.
Yeah, I mean, you do a
because I don't have any nieces or nephews myself yet. And that's what kills me.
I'm digging.
Meredith or Sarah, if you're watching this.
Are you going with brown? Is this like a little brown action? For me,
I hadn't been, but I love the brown action.
I do.
I think I'm
From
gonna go.
this far away, it looks brown.
It's black, actually.
Oh, I think brown ties it in. And this font, can you just highlight this font again? What's the name of the font?
Estuary.
This is a good one. Don't ask me to pronounce it, but I love it. I love it. Love it.
I am digging that brown action. Tanner, who knew that you were a designer?
I mean,
you can't really tell a difference until you zoom in, but it needs to be maybe a little bit lighter of a yummy chocolate brown.
Maybe. Oh,
let me come back a little bit more orange with it, and then like up in here. Oh, that's it. That's the yummy chocolate brown that I was trying to go for.
Boom, boom, boom.
Right there.
Love it.
That's to die for. Now, what you can do if you want to add other elements, for example, we just have an outline around that. You can come back to elements. We're going to go off of magic recommendations. We're just going to do square line, or we'll try that. Like this. Oh, yeah. Love all of these. Let's see if I want, where did it go? There it is. The only thing is you kind of have to be careful with the aspect ratios of this. So we can even go back to elements, exit out of this, and go over to our basic shapes. If you want to do it that way, or you can create your own lines based off of these right here, which I love. So there's a couple different ways you can go about it, but we'll just do rectangle line. Oh, rectangle line border. Nope, I don't want to go to shapes. I want to go rectangle line border graphic. we're just gonna leave it like this.
Awesome.
So either way you go, whether you decide to go all out and really add some really cool elements, it really doesn't matter. This is gonna be our general product. Now, what I do want to do is I want to check the sizing of this. So I'm going to drag and select all because I don't want to just size the ticket and not size everything else. So currently this is 5 inches in width. So I'm going to grab a t-shirt ruler because I can't find a measuring tape.
Whatever you got works.
Whatever you got works. And we're just gonna kind of measure this. So it looks like it's a little bit more than 5 inches. So we're just gonna pop it up.
Just to let everyone know, our program, our membership will work for any die cutting machine. I know we're getting asked about quite a few different ones.
Yep.
But yes, it'll work for any.
Absolutely. So what we are doing now, after you have designed your ticket, we are going to go to share. We want to download this as a PNG because it's a print and cut image. So we are going to download it as a PNG. If you have Pro, you can download with a transparent background. I am not going to do it with a transparent background today because I want to make sure even our friends with a free account know exactly what to do. If you have Pro, click this box, and when you go to upload it into Design Space, you're going to have 0 issues. The background's not going to be there, but I am going to show you how to do it without the transparent background, okay?
Love it.
So I'm going to click download. It is going to download right here. You can see here, it is there. Now what we're gonna do is go to Cricut Design Space. We're gonna be done with that. We're gonna go to New Design. We'll save that guy from yesterday that you all loved. Kathy said, is there a way to see the size of your elements in Canva? Yeah, I did to see my size. There's not a way unless you scale it up or down. You can see in the bottom left-hand or bottom right-hand corner, do you see where it says W 5.5 and high H 2.1? That's telling me that the width of this element, everything together, is 5.5 inches and 2.1 inches in height because that is the metrics, or that's the units that I put my document in. If your document is in, let's say, pixels, it's going to give you the pixel size.
Now listen, y'all, listen up. None of this matters. No. Y'all hear me?
It doesn't.
None of this matters because why? Unless you're printing it straight from Canva, we're not. We're Cricketers. So we're gonna take this file. You wanna make sure it's not 5,000 pixels by 5,000 pixels, right, or you will not be able to upload it to Cricut quickly. So don't be getting all worried about your sizing because you have to tell Cricut. Do not, this is a mistake I see people make. If you be making your size in Canva and then think you can automatically just pop it into Cricut, it's gonna be perfect. Always measure twice, cut once. Same thing applies here. You wanna make sure, I love that Lauren's designing in an 8.5 by 11 because it's easy. You could make a whole sheet of these on Canva if you wanted, but you don't have to because there's easier ways to do it inside of Cricut. So that's why I think it's very important just to come back to us. The way you'll see Maker's Gonna Learn, myself, Lauren, and Alicia teach Canva is unlike any training you're gonna get anywhere else because we have you in mind, unlike a designer that's go teach it, you know, somewhere else. Like even if you go to the Canva website and try to watch their trainings, they don't understand your goal. I think this is a really good example of you don't, like this isn't, it's a great question, but it's not needed right now. And the transparent background, Lauren's gonna walk you through how to remove that in Cricut as well. So great question. I love that you all are like ready to learn. I just don't want y'all to be like super overwhelmed either. So
now you do have rulers up here, just so you know. And another thing that you all may not know or understand or know where to go to is you can go to over here And then if you go down to the bottom, you can actually type in what width and height you want it.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to because I have it exactly where I want it, but you can in advance under positions at the very bottom, you can type in width and height and you can lock your ratio as well.
Love it.
Just so you know. We also had somebody say group it first. You actually don't have to in Canva. If you download it as a PNG, it flattens it for you.
Love it.
So we have downloaded it. We're going back to Cricut. We have our new canvas here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to upload, upload image. I'm going to pull in my Finder. Here is the ticket that I created. So I'm going to pull this down, drag and drop. You all know that is our favorite way to do that. And you can see that I still have the white around it. That was the representation of my page, okay? Because we didn't do it as a transparent background. So what do you do from here to get rid of the white? If you'll go to continue, you can, if you have Cricut access, you can automatically remove the background, but we don't need that. We don't need that. All we have to do is click this white.
Boom.
And look, it's gonna go away for us. You can even zoom in and make sure that all of the white is gone around it. And it is. It looks beautiful. And now we're gonna go to apply and continue. We want this as a flat graphic, okay? And then continue. Oh, she said to see the size, you group it. Gotcha.
Love it. Now, our friends asked, is Canva free? Yes, there's a free version, and as you get more advanced, there's a paid version. You may ask yourself, is the program right for me? Should I take the $70 off if I've never used Canva? Yes. If you're curious on if you need pro or not, I have a very, very, very detailed video that will help you make that decision. And I even give you some tips and tricks to think about when you are thinking about when to use pro or when not to. Like for example, in November and December, you may want to use pro because you're doing a lot of projects, you're doing a lot of designing, you're doing a lot, and then you could cancel it. So it's one of those things you can come and go.
Yep. So now that we have gotten rid of that, is our audio good? Okay, beautiful. Then we're gonna go to upload. And y'all, there it is. There it is. Now, Cricut will now tell us our dimensions, and it says 6.97 by 2.6. Now, one thing that I have noticed, actually, you know, we're not even gonna go there. So, has low resolution, it's fine. I don't want this 7 inches. I actually want it back down closer to like 6, 5.5, right there. Now what you can do, this is one layer. All you have to do is go to make it. I'm not gonna save it today because it's not super, super important. And now we're gonna go to continue. We are going to send this to our printer. I do want to turn the bleed on for this one. Now, let's talk about when to turn bleed on and when to turn bleed off. If your color runs all the way to the edge and there is not a white offset, you are going to want to leave bleed on. That way, Cricut, your machine has a little bit of room for error, and all it's gonna do is bleed around the outside of your design just a tad. If you have a white offset on your design, you can turn bleed off. We're always going to use System Dialog. We are gonna go to Print. Sometimes the System Dialog will pop up in front. If it doesn't, try pulling Design Space down and it's popped up right here behind it. We are using the Canon TS9500 series. I am feeding this from my rear tray, and this is gonna be completely up to you. I have gotten into a habit of turning my media type to photo. Although we're not using photo paper, I have found that it just gives, it's like it deposits a little more ink, so I get a richer color. But know when you do this, your printer is going to use more ink. So that's gonna be your personal preference. You can leave it on auto select. I personally like to have put it on photo, but no matter what media type you select, you are always, always, always gonna go from normal to best.
Beautiful.
Always. And then we're gonna go to print.
Love it.
So I'm gonna run out here
Lauren's
and
gonna
grab
go
our
get
print.
it. Y'all, let me know what questions you've got. It's Friday. I hope you're having a great time. If you're having any errors with audio, our apologies. I think it would be more of a YouTube thing because everything on our end is beautiful. So we hope that gets worked out. Refresh your page. We love it. And what type of paper are you using? So we're just using cardstock. We're using like a thicker cardstock to make this. I would do at least 80 pound. 110 pound is my favorite. We've linked it down below. So good. It is awesome. So when you're doing the perforation, you can use the perforation blade, but you don't have to. We just kind of love the look of what it looks like. So the print line is, you know, going to have that dash. So it is so, so fun. I also want to share, we are designing a college football like little tag that is like, I'm obsessed with. It's on our Instagram right now. Pop over there. Lauren is probably gonna teach it because she's like a huge football fan.
Oh, so yes.
I thought that was what we're teaching today. So like, if you love this, you're gonna like really like that one.
Is it on our September content stuff?
I have no idea. I saw it on Instagram. Was it last year?
No, I just created it like a month or so ago for a friend, and I was like, this is so cool.
I'm obsessed.
We need to make a reel
What
of
was it for?
It was a groomsman proposal. Ooh. Instead of a bridesmaid's proposal. They decided they wanted to do a groomsman proposal. So I made it look like a backstage pass or like a field pass for a college football game. And it was like, will you be my groomsman? And it had all of the stuff on there.
Yeah, it's so
really
cool.
It's really cool. I did it all in Canva in like 15 minutes.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
Love it.
So now that we have our print, and you can see what I mean by the bleed, it kind of looks very wonky. I don't know how
It just adds a little, you know, I love bleed.
Yeah.
I always turn it on. We love, we have no problems with thicker cardstock because we use the rear tray. Printable material, printable vinyl, printable sticker paper, thick cardstock. Make sure you got a printer with the rear tray.
Yes.
That's the secret.
Honestly, printer with a rear tray, it feeds beautifully.
I'm over here saying we got a lot of like craft projects that we don't even have on the calendar, but I love that one. We should
we need to add it.
We gotta do something because that is good. It is beautiful, beautiful.
So this is a medium cardstock, about an 80 pound cardstock. So what you're gonna do, we're gonna choose medium cardstock, and then coming over here to our Cricut, we are going to load this in. Now, if you wanted to add a score line to that dashed line, you could do that. But y'all, let me just show you how easy it is for this. Hold on. Let me make sure my Cricut's doing what it needs to do. Let me make sure it's doing, okay, we're gonna hit play. We're gonna hit play. Lovely. Okay, so look how easy, where it has these like cutouts there, it's like it automatically folds itself.
Yeah, it's really...
But this is also not a ticket that you're going to be tearing that bottom half off of.
You're keeping this forever.
Right, we're keeping this.
I do want to say, you know, we've had quite a time. And I've never recommended anyone to purchase the perforation blade. So like, I'm not going to tell you to buy it. You want to show them the one we did test with the perforation? Is that?
I don't think this was with the perforation blade. I think this was just the file in and of itself had ridges.
Well, anyway, you could add that, but I mean, I think it's plenty. Yeah. It's beautiful. Such a fun one. This is such a practical one for this time of year. I don't know about you guys, but as the kids go back to school and, you know, it's harder to find that time to hang out with them, like this would be great to give someone that you adore.
Now, mine is a lot bigger than the
Lauren,
ones.
you are bringing anti-energy.
I'm bringing the anti-Lauren energy today.
Of course it is.
So this is what we talked about yesterday, the going with gravity when you're taking it off your mat. Look how easy that come up. It didn't, and I mean, can we just?
I love it.
And that's it. This is how easy it is to create a beautiful ticket, like a gift ticket for whoever in your life. It's that simple.
So good.
Can you do it in Cricut? Yes. Do you have as much freedom? I think you have you have more elements to work with in Canva, but you can do it in both. But it's just such a good technique.
It is so, so good.
I love it.
Sadie, will you put us on this camera and could you go to the door? I have our nanny a birthday cake to be picked up. Could you go grab it? Our good friend.
So let me just show y'all. I'm gonna show you close up what we're gonna be making today because I don't know if this is like gonna do any justice. This is like the cutest, probably my favorite craft this week. Can they see that, Sadie? Up? Yeah. Good. Okay, so this is a Dollar Tree picture frame that we have turned into an ornament. We have also taken a photo off of our phone and turned it into a watercolor painting. So it looks like one of those, you guys know all over Etsy, like the little portrait paintings that are so popular, like for the last 3 or 4 years. I actually was doing them in Procreate and selling them for a hot minute. But I'm gonna show y'all how to do it without having any artistic talent. Okay, so this is this is a picture of my mom, my daughter Ruby, and my niece Emery, and it says Mimi's Girls 2024.
She's gonna die when she sees this.
I know, and like how cute. You can customize these to have whatever writing you want on it. You can change the fonts, but I'm gonna show you how to get this watercolor effect, how to remove the background, everything that you need to do to create this little ornament, okay? And y'all can get fancy with it. We've got our little frame. This color, honestly, is beautiful.
Yeah.
Like if you're into the rose gold and coppers on your Christmas tree, I don't know what theme y'all are doing, but you could totally match these to the theme of your tree and do like a whole little family tree.
Yes.
That would be a cute idea, actually.
Yes.
So these are just $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. Honestly, just like one of those things where I'm like, could I find like a 10-pack for cheaper on Amazon? Maybe. So if y'all find any, let us know, but you can always just go get this at the Dollar Tree. That's what I like, the convenience part of it. And then we've got this really pretty folk art matte linen. Y'all, we use this color for literally everything. The color is linen, okay? It's the matte. That's our favorite color. You can, if you ask Lauren right now, our favorite color acrylic paint in the studio, we're both gonna give you this answer. So you need that, you need a paintbrush, you need some ribbon and a hot glue. I'm just using this like canvas ribbon right here. I think is really cute and matches our vibe. And I've got a hot glue. You will need a printer as well. Okay, so let's just start, and you're gonna need your picture. So I've got my phone. I've got my phone over here.
Love it.
And I've got Canva pulled up. Let me just, we can go to share screen. I'm just gonna go to our home screen. Let me get off some of these images. And so we are gonna be using a Maker's Gonna Learn font as well today. So if you became a member yesterday, now you can use all the files that we're using this week, which is really, really nice. The frame size, people are asking, this is a 2.5 by 3.5 inch frame. And honestly, it's like the perfect ornament size. Like, I don't know that I would go any bigger. You could go smaller, but it's gonna be like really tiny. So the first thing that we want to do is get this beautiful little watercolor image situation. There's a couple different ways that you can do this. So we did a tutorial, I want to say it was like last month, and we turned a picture into a watercolor. Do y'all remember that?
Yes, I loved it.
Yeah, so we did something like that previously before, but this time we're gonna be removing the background first. So it looks like we actually just painted the people in the photo. Okay, so.
I love that.
And I'm gonna show you how to pick your photo as well. So let's create a design. We're just gonna select create a design, and I'm gonna do a custom size. This is just gonna be an 8.5 by 11 because we're gonna resize everything in a Cricut design space actually. Okay, so from here, we're gonna need to upload whatever image we're wanting to use. So I'm going to airdrop my photo from my phone onto the computer. You can email yourself a photo if you are not.
I think emailing is so easy.
It is. You can just email it to yourself, or you can literally airdrop. I'm an airdrop girly because we do this all the time.
Yeah, literally go to your photo on your device. You would click email, attach, and then send it to yourself. You would open, just like you do a cut file, really, download it to your computer from the email, and then you upload it to Canva, which is
Yes.
super awesome.
I love that. See, Janet said, my daughter sells dog photos transferred on Procreate. Y'all, anything.
amazing.
This would be so cute with a dog. This would be so cute. So I have an image here, and this one has a face on it. This is, I want to use this photo, but we're going to pull it in and see how well it does whenever we change it to watercolor, because I'm worried about this is little River. His name's River, isn't he precious? I'm worried that it's going to kind of distort his face. So really you're wanting to find photos from the back side. So you don't want anything like with a face on it, because the watercolor like doesn't do it right. It like makes it look crazy. But this image is kind of far away. So I'm thinking maybe we can get away with it. So what I'm going to do is airdrop this to myself. And I'm hoping this doesn't send this to your laptop, Tanner.
It might.
Nope, it didn't. It didn't. I mean, it might send it, but it's sent here.
Perfect.
And then so I'm just going to accept, and I'm going to save it to my downloads.
Love it.
Love it. And there it goes. And then I can just drag and drop this into my upload. So it's so easy uploading your photos into Canva. It truly is so easy. Okay. Then after that, you're going to take your photo, pull it onto your area right here. Okay. I'm going to be using the background remover in Canva. There are tons of free background removers all over the internet. If you guys do not have Canva Pro, you won't be able to remove your background here, but you can do it. Like if you literally Google background remover, there's so many, you guys.
Yeah.
Okay. You may have to sign up with your email, but there's lots of options. Okay. So look, it took away all of the area around them. And so we're just left with Lauren, Buddy, and River. This is my nanny. She likes to be called an au pair or a nanny. We were talking about her yesterday.
An au pair.
She's so funny. She's like, don't call me a babysitter.
Don't call me a babysitter.
And I'm just going to blow this up a little bit bigger so y'all can see. So once you're here, now I believe that there are some watercolor apps in Canva. I did not use them, but right now I want to try some out because Canva has so many different apps. I just don't feel like I need to go elsewhere to do this because I did it on my phone when I originally did it, but I want to look and see about some watercolor apps directly in Canva, and that way you're not having to like export your image and all this stuff. So let's do watercolor and see what kind of apps. They may not have one. If you all know a watercolor app in Canva, let me know. There's a Color Rise. I think that turns black and white photos into color.
Love it.
If y'all haven't been playing in the apps in Canva, you're missing out.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know because there's a lot of things. But I don't see any apps for watercolor, but I'm thinking if we go to edit and go to maybe filters, that will have a watercolor option over here. So there's natural, warm, soft. There's even this like color pop. Let's see what that looks like. No. Okay. Let me open up this app on my phone. Okay, this app is called Waterbrush. It's like this little, hold on a second. This right here, they see that, Sadie? Okay, this app, it's got a little tiny seahorse. This is the app that we use for that other tutorial. So if you did that one with us, you'll have this app already. It's just a free app. But I need to get the photo out of Canva and back to my phone without the background. Okay, so on share screen, we've got our image. I'm gonna go to share and download, and we're gonna be downloading this as a PNG.
Y'all, we have the Auntie Tay in the house. Hello, my friend.
Hi,
so great to
Auntie
see
Tay.
you. She says you can use AI and tell it to turn it into a watercolor image
I thought
right
about
on
it.
Canva.
I know. Okay, I thought about it.
Can we do this?
Okay.
Hold the phone.
We'll use the Magic Morph app. Auntie Tay, I'm using Magic Morph app. If you have a better app for this, tell me. But the last time we used the Magic AI on Face, it turned Lauren into a pirate. So like oh, it doesn't work with pictures. That one doesn't work with pictures. Tell me one that I can use for pictures.
I love it.
Because I would love to do it that way. Let's look for, sometimes here's the AI powered area. Let's looky here. There's a Sketch to Live, AI Image Gen. I feel like maybe that could be, Product Studio maybe.
Ooh.
Okay, Sadie's suggesting that we type
Love
in
it.
like paint. Oh, here's a Paintify.
Ooh.
Okay, let's see, you guys. Let's see. Upload an image or select one in your design to Paintify it. Let's try it. Here we go. Here we go.
Here we
Okay.
go.
I get nervous with AI and faces. Honestly, it kind of excites me because I'm like, will they turn into something crazy? We don't know. Oh, y'all, that Lauren's pregnant with a little girl in that photo, and it just automatically put a little girl in that photo. Isn't that weird?
What?
That's so cute, though.
That's amazing.
Okay. I mean, we could go with that, but y'all, it's like literally giving us a totally different image. That's really cute.
Yeah.
Like, won't lie, that's really cute, but that I
Yeah.
want like their actual image. Does that make
Wow.
sense?
No, I get it. I get it.
Okay.
Andy Day says, yes, you have to use the magic brush, but it may be an issue with the face.
yeah, it was like not gonna be letting me.
Also, after we're done in Canva, I'm going to announce yesterday's giveaway winner and share with you what today's giveaway winner, today's gift up for grabs is. So just hold on tight because we're getting there. Woohoo!
Okay, so I'm gonna show you all the way I originally did it. So we've removed the background. From here, we're gonna download our image and I'm gonna send it back to my phone. Okay, so we're gonna go share, download. We're just downloading this as a PNG and I'm just gonna select download. It's gonna download onto my computer and I'm just gonna send it right on back, okay? So I'm gonna open it up and we are going to airdrop it, okay?
Love it.
You can also email it back to yourself, okay? We're just taking the easy way out today. Airdrop, where am I? There I am. Accept, so I'm gonna accept it on my phone. All right, so here's our image. This is what it looks like on our phone, the same way that it looks like on our computer. I'm gonna go to our app and we're gonna load from photos. And I'm just gonna, can they see this really well, Sadie? Okay, I'm just gonna select that photo, okay? And then once you get into here, this is where the magic happens, okay? It already gave us a water brush. This looks cute, okay? I thought it was gonna look scary, but like the first one is already cute. The name of the app is Water Brush, okay?
Love
And
it.
it's got like a little seahorse icon. All right, so I honestly think that's really cute. There are other options. If you pick one and it doesn't look right, you can go through and pick whichever one looks the best to you because it's gonna depend on your picture, truthfully. That one's actually really cute. That one's called Autumn. Let me go back. I think I liked Autumn the best. So that looks like that's the Autumn one. Do you guys love it? Okay, I'm gonna hit finish.
Love it.
And then we're gonna save it to our photos and I'm gonna ship it right on back. I'm just gonna put it back on my phone. I can even share it directly from the app. Let's see if it'll let me airdrop it. It sure will.
Yay!
Okay, we're sending it back. Now we're back to the computer. Okay, accept, and I always save it to downloads. I don't open it in photos. I just save it to my downloads.
Smart.
Just because I know it'll be there, you know. Okay, and then we're going to upload that image again.
Love it.
Okay.
Love it.
Let me get off of this app. We're gonna go to our uploads. I thought it was gonna open my photo. Let's go to our Finder. Recents, here we go. Drag and drop. Is that it? It's hard to tell from far away. Nope. Let's see, it failed. Hold on, let me try again.
We got to get it again. Y'all,
Gotta
this is
try.
so much fun just to be able to see what people are working on and like to see what, how it really works. You know what I mean? Like, there's a little behind the scenes. That's one thing I love about the crafting with the live streams. So you
Yeah.
get to see how the process is, how it works. There's no fluff, right?
Right.
Not just like, oh, it magically works.
I love it.
So good.
So I'm just gonna add a new page just so you guys can directly see the comparison between the two. Now this one did add a background. We can remove that entirely and I'm going to. But you can see here, this is the watercolor version. Look how cute little River's face is.
Aw.
I love it. I think this is so fun. And what I'm gonna do is go ahead and I'm gonna crop off this water brush. Okay, I'm just gonna crop that off and then we're gonna remove the background on this one as
Love
well.
removing the background.
Okay, And then let's zoom on out. Now, this is where we're gonna be adding our words, and we're gonna be using a Maker's Gonna Learn font for this.
Ooh.
So I'm just kind of cropping this one.
Get on Maker's Gonna Learn, y'all. It is time to prowl.
It's time. So you can pick whatever font you want. We're using a font titled Willow's Grove. So let's go to our fonts right here. And let me sign in first. That would be helpful. There are lots of different watercolor apps. If you all do not have an iPhone, I want to say the app's available for non-iPhone users, but if you don't see it, just search for watercolor photo editor or something along those lines, and I'm sure you'll find something.
Love it.
Okay, so we're gonna go to our fonts, and I just want something kind of dainty and pretty. Nothing too over the top, and this Willow Grove just does that for me.
Yes.
So I'm gonna type that in. Everything is linked in the description below for you all. Okay, I'm trying to decide what I wanna put on this one. So we put Mimi's Girls on the other one. I was thinking like Always Be My Baby, like hashtag Mariah Carey, shout out Mariah Carey. Let's put that, because I just feel like that's really cute, because this is these were her maternity pictures, and now she has 2, and she's got both of her babies in this picture. You can't see Lucy, she's in her belly, but I just think this is cute. And then we can even put the date. So I'm gonna hit Command D, that will just duplicate your text box, and we'll put 2024.
People are digging this ornament.
Yay, I love it. This would be a perfect wedding gift. Like you could put a wedding photo. Oh, Sadie, I'll make it for you, girl. I'll make it. Okay, so I need to get this font into Canva. So you're gonna need to create a text box. Whenever you select that text box, you go to your fonts up here. You can see the upload a font option right beneath. So we're going to go to our downloads. Maybe, let's close this out. Hold on a second. Okay, it's in a zip folder, so I'm gonna open that up. I thought I did this already, but we're just gonna retry it, okay?
Love it.
Let's go back to Chrome, upload a font, recents, downloads. Let me just type it in. Sometimes it has issues finding it. I'm gonna type in Willow Grove. There she is. See, I knew she was in there. Yes, upload anyway, and then it'll pop in. Now, if you're like, whoa, slow down. We go over this in detail in the course on how to upload fonts, I mean, y'all, you name it in Canva, you want to learn it, it's in the course.
Yeah,
okay?
I really love the aha moments that's in the program, because Canva can do so much more that it doesn't compete with Design Space. It doesn't compete with Illustrator. You know, it is a perfect consumer tool, and the thing is, you have to understand what it is and how to use it before you can benefit from it.
Right.
So if you really want to unlock it, I've just been calling, the Canva course kind of like the summer school. You don't need to be at your craft table. You don't need to be there. You can do it while traveling, things like that. It's so fun.
I love it.
Yay.
I want to show you all a little trick of the trade if you're in Canva. So we just selected the Willow Grove font in our fonts. I want my 2024 to be in the same exact font. So what I like to do a lot of times is I will hit Control click or right click depending on what kind of mouse you're using, and you can hit copy style, okay?
Yeah.
And then I can select the text box. So it gives me this little roller icon, like paint roller icon. I'm gonna select 2024, and look, it makes it the exact same size and font of the other text box.
Smart.
So I am going to shrink it down a little bit, but it did go ahead and adjust my font. So that is just super cute. Okay, I'm digging this, y'all. I love it. Now, this is exactly how I want my design. Let's zoom out, make sure it looks how we want it. And we are going to be pulling this into Design Space because we're going to make a little print then cut, okay? Yay. You could technically, like, if you wanted to do a bunch of these, you could like create a bunch and cut out a bunch at one time, because this is going to be so small. We could probably fit like 4 or 5 on one sheet of print then cut, or even just save it from Canva and cut out a bunch, because it's just literally a square. If you have a paper trimmer, you could do it yourself. Okay guys, so we've got our image exactly how we want it. Now we need to get it into Cricut Design Space. So what I do is go to Share up here. This is where you're going to download your image. Make sure you've named your image something you can find. I'm just gonna keep it at Always Be My Baby. It defaulted to that because that was the text I put on the image. And then I'm gonna go to share and download and PNG. And we just need the one page. We just need page 2 because that's where we put all the artwork. The first page was just the image with the background removed. And then I'm gonna hit done and download, okay? Now, that's gonna download. Let's get Cricut Design Space opened. I think it was not opened previously. We were having issues with it yesterday, so I'm crossing my fingers that it's like ready and refreshed to go. Oh, it's wanting us to upgrade our operating system. Well, we're not doing that right now, okay?
So funny.
Okay, so I'm just going to go home, close that. Let's open up a new project, okay? So now we need to upload our image. So I'm just going to uploads, select upload image, and then we're going to drag and drop what we just downloaded. So here's my Always Be My Baby file.
Okay, Lori asked, to get your photos from Waterbrush, do you have to subscribe to Waterbrush?
No.
No. Perfect.
Nope, I've never
love
had
it,
to.
love it.
And then select continue, and we're gonna select apply and continue. Now when you get to this page, we're gonna be selecting the flat graphic and continue and then upload. Okay, now this is where it's gonna matter what size frame you got. So we got a 2.5 by 3.5. So you can go in here, make sure your image is locked so you don't distort the image on here. And we can go ahead and change the height to 2.5, and let's see what it does up here in the corner. So it makes it 3.23, which is pretty dang close. But what I'm gonna do instead to get a more precise size is create a shape in the exact dimensions that I need. So I'm gonna make a square, I'm gonna unlock it, and we're gonna make this 2.5 in width by 3.5 in height. And I'm gonna change this to a guide. So up here on this operations area, there's a drop-down menu. Change it to guide. That's gonna give you a hollowed out square. And I can bring it over top of my image so I can see where I'm cropping it, okay? Because I'm about to crop this picture. So I'm gonna move it around till I get it where I want it. If you want, you can select both, like click and drag to select both. And we're gonna go to align and center. And now it's perfectly lined up. Let me zoom in.
Love it.
And we're about to crop everything that's outside of this red box, okay? So I'm gonna select both and hit slice. And then we're gonna delete everything outside of that image. We can even delete this frame, and this is our image. I'm gonna actually make this background a different color so you all can really see. Okay, this is what it looks like. Cool, right?
Love it.
Super easy. And then this is where I was saying, like, you could do multiples because we're literally going to be printing a 2.5 by 3.5 on one sheet of paper. You all could do 4 or 5 probably on one.
And you could have easily duplicated it in Canva, set it up, changed out the photos. Like, you know what I mean? You could really bulk do this if you're making it for multiple people.
Absolutely.
You're giving it to all your coworkers. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many fun things to do.
For sure. This would be a cute idea for gift tags, Annette. I love that idea.
I love that.
Okay, so then we're gonna go to make, and we're gonna save this project as Dollar Tree Frame Ornaments. Wow, I spelled that really good. Ornament, and then I'll save it to my projects. That way I can revisit if I need to. And then we just need to print. I'm gonna send this to the printer. Okay, so I'm gonna select continue, and we're gonna send this to the printer. But whenever I am crafting or printing anything that I want a super good quality on, I'm going to use my dialog box. So select send to printer, make sure you've got the correct printer selected. We do not need to add bleed because we don't have a full color image. If we had color touching the edges of our image, we would want to add a bleed just in case our cut was not perfectly aligned. And then I'm going to hit use system dialog and then select print. Now, if you're on a Mac, sometimes it'll spin and spin and spin. Your dialog box will pop up behind Cricut Design Space. And then from here, we're going to select feed from rear tray because I am using a little bit thicker of a cardstock just to kind of give it some.
I love a good thick cardstock.
Me too. It's like my go-to. And then I'm going to select best quality, and then we're going to print it.
Yeah.
Okay,
we love
so
it.
y'all, after you print out your cardstock, we're gonna be cutting this on just a medium weight cardstock. Ooh, I do not like that mat. Let's pick a new one. I'm gonna pick medium. Actually, I'm gonna go heavy. Let's do a heavy cardstock. This is a kind of a thicker cardstock. You could really print this on regular paper, y'all, but like I said, the cardstock just gives that oomph that you need. Okay, so we're gonna send this in. Oh my gosh. The colors in this photo, because we did an autumn filter, it's gonna match the vibe, like our paint color.
Ornament. Yeah.
Yeah.
So fun.
While that cuts, let's go ahead and we're going to paint our little picture frame.
Love it.
So just get that open. And this matte paint dries so fast, which is nice for us.
Ode, so it's nice to like go back and forth. Like get inspired and then go take action. Get inspired, go take action. I love it.
Okay, here's our little cutout. Look how cute it is. Honestly, put a hole in this and make this a gift tag. Like, that is just too dang cute. You could even write a little cute note on the back. I don't know. I just love it. So this is almost dry, and then we're gonna put our second coat on. I am gonna go ahead and get my hot glue gun ready, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut a little piece of our ribbon. So you don't need anything super crazy, maybe like 5 inches. Yeah, we'll do like a 5-inch piece. Not me just assuming that's 5 inches. But you know what? You know, y'all give me a hard time about being an eyeballer. But let me just say, I've had my finger here. I'm gonna guess that's about 5 inches. Let's measure it.
You can clean the Cricut mat with a baby wipe as often as you feel needed. I do it anytime it looks like there's residue on it. Like paper, like cardstock residue will really show. Vinyl a little bit less, heat transfer vinyl less.
Tanner, look.
What's going on?
I guess that was 5 inches.
And was it 5 inches?
It's 5 1/4.
Alicia,
so pretty much.
Listen, Alicia, I don't question you.
Good, I'm glad. Everybody else does. I'm just kidding. Actually, no one ever really says anything, but
oh my god.
Shoot, I just dipped that right in the
Now,
paint.
Lauren,
You won't catch her eyeballing it.
Yeah.
You won't.
No.
I'm gonna throw this away.
Precise.
Okay, so there's my little strip. This is, I'm gonna try to do my second coat, but let's see what happens. It may not be dry enough. This, if you use like a flat or a matte paint, they usually dry really quickly. Okay, oh yeah, it's going on. We got it going on. Okay, I would love to see you all recreating this project. So if you do, I want you to put it in the picture in the Facebook group so we can see it. I'm gonna come looking for them. Did anyone recreate yesterday's craft?
It was beautiful.
If you all missed it, you need to go back and watch it. It's such a good selling craft.
Yeah.
I think, and it's something that you can make easily. It doesn't cost a lot.
Yes.
So we love that.
Grand Crafting Station, if you're stuck and have any questions, you are more than welcome to reach out to hi@makersgonnalearn.com, and we'll help you. Or you can put it in the chat and we'll see if we can help take some time to help you. So yay. Those scissors are the not Ferris.
Ford?
Tim Holtz,
yes.
These are amazing craft scissors. Another great icon of the craft industry is Tim Holtz. He does a lot of mixed media, but like these scissors are really fun.
These have been around since when I started, and they're still sharp. They're still good.
Very, very sharp.
Love it.
Yay.
Okay.
Oh, people's ordering the basswood sheets. My basswood's ordered.
Woo-hoo. Oh my gosh, y'all are just gonna love the crafts more and more as we go in this week. But this was my personal favorite of all the ones that we created for this week. This is my personal favorite.
I love this project. I mean,
me too.
Because I think it's people who keep it forever. It's it looks like you bought it.
It does.
You know what I mean? Like,
it does.
So good.
I'm gonna grab the heat gun to
get that heat gun. Okay. Love it.
One thing that's good about using a flat paint is it's dry when it's not shiny anymore.
Yes. So good.
Yes. Okay.
So good.
I've got our thing is pretty much dried. I'm going to pop my glass back in. I did tear off the stand on this. You don't have to do that, but just to get it out of the way. And then I'm gonna fold my little pieces down.
So
Oh,
good.
let me not put the photo in here. Let me just not do that real quick. I don't know what I'm doing. That's not cute. Okay, let's put our photo in. We're just gonna pop it right in. Uh-oh, she's a little wide. Let me trim it down really quick. Just a little bit, like a hair too wide. But you know, it is Dollar Tree, so like what do you do, you know? Okay, y'all, this is it.
Yay!
Here's both of them. Look how
Donna, we do have
stinky.
ollies.
Oh yeah, we love all.
Love it. Oh my
love
gosh,
ollies.
bring one of these over to me. So good.
I
oh
love
my
it.
gosh.
It's fresh.
It's like you literally bought it.
I know, it's so cute. And you can do all different colors. You can match it to your color theme.
Mimi's girls.
Mimi's girls. So
God.
fun. I'm gonna be showing you all this. We can go overhead. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna be making before I start.
So cute.
Look how cute. So this is for a first birthday, but I'm gonna show you all how you can customize these to be whatever birthday in Canva. And these images are just adorable. I feel like the party animal theme is like a thing right now. And I'm here for it. So all of these little animals have party hats, and like, look at the turtle with the little thing. It's so cute. I love it. So anyways, we're gonna be making these. You can fit them to whatever like party theme if you're doing something that's not animals. But I feel like this is a good like generic, you know what I mean? It's like very generic.
For boys,
but
for girls, for different ages.
Right.
Yeah.
And not only are these like super cute if you just are into like party planning and stuff, but these are very sellable on Amazon KDP, on Etsy, and things like that. So coloring pages are like a hot seller. If you're into graphic design and you're wanting to start like a side hustle, this is something that is really easy to put together and then sell. And I think we even put that we could create this in 5 minutes or less. Did we put that on the title? I need to look, because I was talking about setting a timer and doing it for you guys in under 5 minutes and then actually going back and showing y'all how to do it. So they're very easy to recreate, very customizable. Y'all know anything that's easily customizable is gonna sell like hotcakes. Like if you can put my kid's name on it, I'm gonna buy it from you. You know what I mean? So
Which you totally could.
yeah. So let's go to the share screen. Now, if you've never been in Canva and you're like, wait, I thought you guys only did Cricut stuff. No, we don't. We do love Cricut, but we have really been diving deep into Canva because, for one, it's a free software. They do have a pro upgrade. So if you want to get the pro version, which 10 out of 10 recommend, you can upgrade to the pro version, but you can create things in the free version pretty easily. And if you're a member with Makers Gonna Learn, you're already gonna have all the files that you need to create this. So it's like a win-win. So this is the website. It's literally just Canva, CANVA.com, not Canvas, Canva. And then this is the home page once you're logged in. So I'm just gonna go up here to create a design. I feel like this is in such a weird, like an inconspicuous place. I don't know why, because when I first got into Canva, I would have to remind myself it was in the top right corner. I don't know. I just feel like that's a weird spot for it. But if you're looking for where you even start, I always go right up here, create a design. And then you can see it's gonna give us lots of suggested like sizes and dimensions and stuff, which is really helpful if you're wanting to make something specific. Like y'all, they do videos, everything, YouTube thumbnails, you name it. But I like to go right here to this custom size. So I'm gonna select that, and then this little box is gonna open up. But I want to do this in inches. So if I go ahead, I wanna show you all what happens if I just type in 8.5 by 11 right here. It's gonna be in pixels. Now, if I was like, oops, I need it to be in inches, watch what happens to the numbers when I hit inches. It like adjusts it into inches from that many pixels. So you need to change this to inches first and then type in the width and the height. And I'm actually gonna do it to be wider rather than taller. So we're gonna do 11 by 8.5, which is the size of our copy paper. And then it's gonna give you suggested ones down here, which are the same exact measurements, but I'm gonna hit create new design. Okay, so this is just a blank document, right? There's nothing here. It's like, okay, I've never been in here. Where do I start? And I really wanna like preface this tutorial by saying if you are, if you've never been in Canva, this is the perfect beginner tutorial. Like I can't pick a better, just beginner friendly tutorial. You're gonna learn how to create a new document. We're gonna talk about how to upload fonts, upload images. Now, my first birthday is actually an image, but I'm gonna show you guys how to do fonts. That way, if you wanna customize it with a name or something, you can do that too. So very beginner friendly tutorial. So I've got everything that I need here. Now, I want to go ahead and start pulling in the elements that I want in my design. So you can see over here on the left side of the page, there's all these different options. And it's going to default to designs, which is really cool because there's all these templates and things like that. These are like pre-made designs that you can just like click on and then plug and play, which is really fun. Let's see if they have any coloring page templates. I'm just curious.
I love the templates. Look how many templates there are.
There's so many.
Wow.
So yeah, y'all.
Spring, summer.
I mean, now if it has a crown, it's a pro one. But if it doesn't have a crown, like
So
this one, if
cute.
you were doing animals.
That is so cute.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, okay,
Customized, baby.
look, happy. Like, are you kidding me?
Okay,
Happy.
that was like 20 seconds.
Yeah, look, you can even customize it and like,
That is so cute.
I said you could do it in under 5 minutes.
yeah,
Well,
that
there
was,
you go.
Yeah.
So, and like
fast.
print these off at your local like print shop or Office Max. I mean, it's just so
How
easy.
cute.
And like these are great if you're like a homeschool person. Look, coloring and learning. Okay, I'm obsessed.
Oh, how cute.
Yeah, so there's so many. But y'all, we like a customized design, okay? We like to get in here and really make it our own. So if I just want to get back to another blank page, since I did add these templates, you can just simply go down here to add page and it's going to pop up a new page. You can also have this pulled up right here and it's going to show you the previous ones that you created and you can select add page there as well. So then you've got 2 blank pages and then you've got your other ones that we just did. Now, if you just wanted to straight up get rid of these, you can come down here and delete the page because we don't really need those. So I'm just clicking on the 3 dots and getting rid of the ones I don't want. And then we're back down to our 1 page. Now, if you want to upload your own elements, you can come down here and we're going to select uploads. I'm sorry, I had a brain fart. You're going to come down here to uploads. This is where we're going to upload our own files, okay? What we need to do first, though, is go to our website. So we're going to go to makersgonnalearn.com. If you are just tuning in, this is the website that I talked about that you all can sign up for $1 today, get access to. You're going to get full access to everything that's available on our website for our members. And you can look around at all these cut files and all these fonts and kind of see what you like. For $1, you're going to get 20 downloads, okay? They're SVG files and PNG files on our website, okay? So, but we're printing.
The new files are so pretty.
I know, they're so cute.
They're
Look at these bubbles.
Look how summery those are.
This is like one of my favorites.
So pretty.
These iridescent bubbles. All of these, lots of good Father's Day stuff. Now, we did go through all these in our masterclass, I'm pretty sure. Did Lauren go through them in our masterclass, Sadie? Okay, cool. So if you guys missed last week's masterclass, it should be posted. If it's not, we'll get that up. But you all can go kind of peruse through those. So I'm just going to type in, these are called birthday files. Okay, type in birthday files.
Or just birthday, yeah.
Yeah, or just birthday. And obviously we have other birthday files, okay? These are just ones that we've had on the website. But I want to get to the ones that we just, those birthday balloons are so cute. I want to get to the ones that we just put on the website that are for this specific animal's image. Does anybody have questions so far? This is cute.
You can type in birthday outline. And they'll
That's
come up
what
for
it
you.
is. Okay, look, we're getting
But
into
you
it.
found them.
Yeah, we found them. So birthday outline might get you there a little quicker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, y'all. Look how cute.
I love that frog.
Oh my gosh. Okay, what I'm gonna do is bulk download these before I pull them in. So I'm gonna download them all and then pull them all in. Okay, so if I like something, I'm gonna hit this little circle right here and it's gonna pop into a zip folder. Okay, and then I'm gonna come down here, do the same thing to the little frog. Cupcake is adorable. Birthday cake's adorable. I'm gonna skip this. I'm gonna skip it just because I want to show you all how to do it with your own fonts. This one's really great though because you can fill in the letters, if that makes sense. But we'll play around with some fonts and see what we think. This one's cute though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's get that one.
There's a generic one.
Get it.
Yeah.
And then we'll go to page 4 and y'all fill it up. Don't be scared.
Exactly.
I mean, get all the ones that you want. The toucan, I cannot. The two cannot. And these little presents, monkey, lion. That might be, was that all of them? Yeah, I think so.
And they're also linked.
Yes.
All those files are linked right now.
In the description.
In the description. There's a bunch.
Yeah, there is. So I'm just going to click on one of those zip files and you can see right here, all of them are located under my downloads. So if you're not on a Mac, you're just going to go to your File Explorer, go to your downloads, and all these zip folders that we just downloaded are going to be right there. They should be right there. If you don't see them in your downloads, go to your recents. And if you're on a Mac, you're going to go to your Finder and then go to downloads. Is there any way to see if there is an SVG file besides having to download it?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I'm just gonna, I'm curious though. Hold on. Yeah, I don't think so. I think you got to download it to tell. Yeah. And sometimes you can tell just like by literally looking at it.
Sure.
But yeah,
You could tell.
sorry.
It would absolutely be a PNG.
Yes,
Pretty
right.
easily.
Those are easier to tell, I think. Okay, so let's open our Finder back up. Now I've got all of these. So if it's in a zipped folder, basically these folders are compressed and so they don't take up as much room until you unzip them to pull out the images. Zip folders also protect you from getting viruses and things like that. So we're gonna double click on this birthday cake outline and then it's gonna turn into a blue folder after I double click on it. And then you have to click on the folder and we're gonna be dragging and dropping these images into Canva. It's that easy. Let me X this off. So I am literally gonna drag and drop this and it's gonna pop into our uploads. It's gonna be hard to see because it is just a black outline with no background. So a PNG is gonna come in without a background typically. And then I'm just gonna hit this back arrow, okay? And then we're gonna keep working our way. So you can see the zip folders right here and there's the actual folder. So we need to skip this. We're gonna go to the cupcake, click on the folder, drag and drop the PNG in, and we're just gonna keep working our way around. Now, if you're on a Mac, I don't know if Windows does this, but I hit Command Tab to toggle between the website and the Finder. And if you hit Tab again, you can go through all of these, or you can use the oops, not me messing up when I'm trying to show you something. You can use the arrows to kind of toggle in between them all, which is very helpful when you're doing something like this. You can go back and forth real easily. So we've got our cupcake, we've got Froggy's next, and we're just gonna keep working our way around. Does anybody have questions about uploading files into into Canva or anything along those lines? Doesn't it say the format right on the website when you open each image? It does, but like...
It says there should be SVGs
Yes.
and PNGs, but not every file has both
Right.
SVG and PNG.
Right. Some images are like not created to be SVGs. Like they have shading and they have all these pretty colors and you just can't cut like that. It has to be a very definite solid line to be an SVG. So that's why not all of them have it. Okay.
We'd like them all to have both.
Ideally.
To have both.
Ideally, yeah. extract all and then do a bulk upload is what Roxanne says. Okay. Let me see. Where do I extract all? Oh, looky there. So I selected them all and then double clicked and it extracted them all at the same time.
Nice.
Yeah, that was super helpful. And then the lion, and it's actually, it looks like it pulled up all of my PNGs when I double clicked on the blue folders too. So then I can just drag and drop. I'm gonna X out the ones that I upload. Did I do the turtle already?
It's hard to see their dark.
I know, I'm just gonna.
Yes, you got the turtle now.
I'm just gonna do it twice, just in case.
He's in there, I think.
Okay, cool. Sloth. Y'all, we went to the zoo.
Did you?
And they were feeding, this was like last summer, but the zoo was feeding the sloth when we came, and it was so fun.
We've seen that too. It's so funny.
Oh my gosh, she's so cute. He moves so slow. I know some of y'all seen Zootopia and the sloth at the DMV.
Exactly. It's the best animal I could have picked.
It's like such an
That's
iconic
so funny.
moment in like animated movies. I love it. Okay. I think I got the line twice, but it's all good. The more the merrier. Okay, Roxanne says, in Windows, it would be Control Select, and then you drag to upload. So there you go. If you've got
Thanks,
Windows.
Roxanne.
Yeah, thank you. We really
Wilma.
appreciate it. We really work on Macs all the time, so. Okay.
That's awesome.
Now, we've got all the images that we want in there, and I'm just going to start putting these into our document. Now, you can go up here at the top left corner and select all the ones that you want. Make sure to not click off of them. And we can actually put all of these on there at one time as well. Oh, shoot. Okay, maybe it'll just be faster for me to just pop them in there. So I'm gonna pop them in and then resize. I love, like even in Design Space, I pull everything in and then go and start manipulating because I like to see what I'm working with, how much space I want it to take up. I don't want to like get stuck on one image and be like, oh, I used up 50% of my page with that giraffe when I wanted to only use like a quarter of the page. So I'm just going to kind of space these out and make sure I didn't get any duplicates, which I already can see that I did do the giraffe twice. Okay. So we've got all of our images. Now you can fill this whole space up. If you want to leave a lot more white area for them to kind of like color in, if they just want to scribble, you can totally do that too. But this is where the fun part goes, in my opinion. I'm going to start centrally. So in my opinion, the happy birthday is like the main focal point of this coloring page. So I'm going to make it a little bit bigger than everything, and I'm going to add a name. I feel like we should add a name in here. So everything else can kind of live around it. It's not organized. We're going to go back and fix it, but I'm going to add a name. And let me show you guys how you would upload a font into Canva, because I feel like this is a very important thing to know.
Yeah.
And they honestly changed it recently, so I'm just going to show you guys because I was like, hey, they moved it. It used to be in the brand kit. This is a Canva Pro feature, so you cannot upload fonts unless you're Canva Pro. But let's add a text box, and let's just put River. Okay, this is just a standard Canva Sans font. Now, I'm like, I don't like that. Obviously, Canva has tons of fonts. They even have font combination options over here, which is super helpful. But I'm going to drop this down and look at all these fonts. This is where our fonts live. So it's going to let you know these are the uploaded fonts. We have a brand kit for Makers Gonna Learn, so we have certain ones that we use. It even gives you recently used ones and then these suggested ones up here. But I want to upload a font. So let's go back to the Makers Gonna Learn website, and we're going to pick a font that screams happy birthday to us. Okay, anybody have any? I feel like this Luna Rose would be cute. Hold on, let's test it. So if you're like, I don't know what that's going to look like for the name that I'm wanting, put in what you want in that font, hit preview, and then all of these are going to be in the font that it goes with. Isn't that so cool? I love Luna Rose. I'm going to download this. So we're just going to select download. And it's going to pop into a zip folder, very similar to our files. I'm going to click on it. If you can't find it up there at the top of your screen, just go to your downloads. And then I'm going to select it and then hit install font. Okay. Shawnee Mom was Ed Hardy obsessed, so you get me. You get me. I was obsessed too. The pink bottle Ed Hardy perfume, I actually want to go buy some now. I'm going to go see if I can get some. Okay, so when you're in your font drop-down menu, look all the way down here at the bottom. There's an upload a font option, okay? We're going to select that, and then we're going to find it. Maybe, where'd it go? Let's go to recents. Sometimes it takes a second for it to pop in there. Well, heck. Let me see if I can type in Luna Rose. Sometimes they just go, look, there it is. Sometimes they just move. Okay, and then I'm gonna hit open, okay? It's gonna say, I acknowledge that I own it or have the right to use it for your intended purposes. You do. So let's go ahead and download it. Shawnee says, I still have a bedazzled trucker hat. She was my best friend in high school. That's hilarious. Okay. So it's saying that I already have it uploaded. So we can skip the conflict, or we're just going to upload it. It's fine. Okay. Now I'm going to type in the name. It's Luna Rose. I could just type in Luna. It's going to give me a few with the name Luna in them. And we're going to select it. And you can see it automatically changes river. So we can move this over. Oh, look how cute. I just love it. Okay. So fun. And then if I want to select it, I'm going to select river, hold shift, and then select happy birthday. And we're going to just align these to center. Okay. And then I can make them smaller or bigger. And what I really like to do with images on Canva that I want to be together forever is group them. And so now it's got its own bounding box. So I don't have to worry about accidentally just clicking one section of it. It's all kind of together. All right. Beautiful. So from here, we're just going to need to start organizing our stuff. Now I feel like a cake would go up here. Maybe that's just me. And then the giraffe is like calling my name. I don't know why.
I love that giraffe. He's so cute.
Me too. I want him to be like a focal point. So I'm going to make him really tall. Really tall. And the turtle, I feel like, needs to go on the ground. The sloth, he's hanging up here. We got a monkey flying in the air. I want to kind of put them where they make sense, but y'all, these are coloring pages, so you don't have to like take it that seriously. You know, it's like fun. It's supposed to be fun. And then we can put. I'm just gonna put our froggy guy here. And if you find that you get too many elements and you want to get rid of some, get rid of it. You don't have to keep them all.
Exactly.
That's what's good, I think, to pull in everything that you like and then like adjust it from there. I'm going to flip our turtle. I want him to face the other way, I think. So I'm just going to select the image, hit flip, and hit flip horizontal. And now he's facing the other way. How cute. I feel like there's a weird space right there, so I'm going to move him. Okay, how cute is this? This present, where do I want to put it?
It's like a puzzle.
I know, it is. You kind of have to.
What works best?
Yeah.
Where?
Okay, I'm going to do something, and I don't know if I can do this, but I want to put like a tic-tac-toe or like some kind of game. Let's go to Canva Elements, and I'm gonna type in tic-tac-toe. Oh.
Perfect.
Okay. Look, we can put a tic-tac-toe so they can play tic-tac-toe. I mean, I don't know how old they are. I guess it would just depend on, how old they are, but.
Perfect.
I know, I think that's cute. I'm getting rid of the present. And like I want this sloth to be bigger. He's so cute. And this is, I mean, that's it, y'all. We're just kind of making it all fit and look nice on the page. And the good thing about these is that you can post them on your Etsy or post them on like your craft page or whatever, and people can place their order. All you have to do is go in there and change their name. You're not like right now you're going to spend the time to design it, but then when you go and sell them, it's like takes like
So fast.
10 seconds. Yeah, it's no time.
So we have a question about, is there a way in Canva to kind of make an offset for the name River so it could be colored in as well?
There is. Okay, hold on. Let's ungroup it. So I'm going to separate it again. Okay, this is what I would do. This is like a little hack for you. So if you wanted River to be colorable, if that's a word, I'm going to select River, and right now it's black. What I'm going to do is come up here to text color, and we're going to change it to white. Okay, it disappeared. But what you can do next is come up to here to effects, and then we're going to go to outline.
Oh, look.
Yeah, and then I'm going to change it to black.
That's perfect.
Cool, right? So easy.
Look.
And then now River can be colored in. You could even do, if you wanted to do like, if it was their 3rd birthday, you could do like a really big 3. Like we can move this down and move our cake and, oops, and put this number really big at the top, which I think is really fun. That's huge, but you know what I'm saying. And you can also change like the thickness of that. If it's a little, if you want it to kind of be closer to this.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you can kind of put it to the same stroke as the drawing so it looks cohesive. And then we can just shrink this up. You gotta think they're coloring, so you don't want it to be too small. But yeah, and you just get it how you want it. Now, if you start getting layers and layers of images and you're like, it won't click on what I want it to click on, I want you to click on anything, and you're gonna go to position and layers. And look, all of everything is over here. So if you're having trouble getting to that happy birthday because it's all the way in the back, you can select it from over here and then you can move it around. Or if you want it to kind of live to the front of the whole design, you can click and drag any of these elements to sit more in front of the other. Even though you don't see it over here, it's just gonna make it easier for you to grab and manipulate the images. Okay. Carol, this will be on the channel, so you can watch this anytime. All right. I mean, that's literally it as far as designing. Now, there are some things that you need to know about downloading it and saving it and things like that. So once you get everything designed, let me show you how you're going to actually like print this out. Now, if you're selling it, I would not print these out for someone. You need to give them instructions on how to download it, print it, etc. But what we're gonna do, let's say if this was for personal use, you're gonna go up to the top right and we're gonna hit share. And then we're gonna go to download right here. So every time you need to download something off Canva, this is exactly where you're gonna go. So we're gonna hit download and we're gonna keep it as a PNG. And we are going to literally, now if we need to change the name up here, we can. Let's change this to Happy Birthday Coloring Book. And then, oh, oops. And then we're gonna go to share, go back to download, keep it at PNG. You don't need to do transparent background because it's white. And then you're gonna hit download. And then it's gonna pop into your download folders. Then I'm gonna select it there and we're gonna hit File, Print. Look how cute. Oh, look you guys. Oh my gosh, I love it. I'm obsessed. I could just sit and like draw images like this all day. Like I think those are so cute. So there you go. Now I'm curious, those were all Maker's Gonna Learn images. I'm curious if Canva has coloring book images. Let's go back and look really quick. I'm sure they do. Because they had the tic-tac-toe, and then they had the templates. But I just want to put like, I don't know what we would even top. Coloring book images.
Yeah. They have lots.
Oh, yeah. A lot of them are pro. You've got to have pro access, which honestly, I highly suggest getting pro. I really do. I wonder if you could like specifically search like unicorn birthday. Oh, no. Unicorn coloring page images. Oh, okay.
Look at that.
Yeah. So if you needed,
So cute.
oh my gosh, you could do a rainbow. I mean, come on. You could, I mean, all these you can replace and put whatever. Like if you, I just love it. So obviously, y'all, the opportunities truly are endless. There's millions, I'm not exaggerating, millions of images for you guys to choose from. So if party animals isn't what you're looking for, there are options. But yeah, I love it. So any questions? How can we find or make different designs for older kids? I love your screen name, first of all, Olive Oil. But it would just depend. I think it just depends. Like, I'm trying to think of a good birthday theme, like a football. Let's do like, or sports. I feel like that's like an older boy. Let's look for sports. Not so much. Oh, there's like race cars and things like that. Do you know what else I would love to play around with? Have y'all seen like the giant tablecloth coloring pages? Those are pretty good sellers too. I just don't know. I think you would have to check with your print shop first and see like if they can even print it. Or if you have your own giant printer like that, I mean, go for it. I bought one of those for Easter and it was,
Oh, cool.
It had like bunnies and like flowers and it was at the kids' table. And I put
Cute.
crayons. Yeah, it was so fun. So, anyways,
Love
that's it, y'all. We didn't make it till 2:30. If you all do not know anything about Canva, I'm about to change your life. That sounds really dramatic, but Canva is just such a game-changing design software. It's very high quality. It doesn't glitch nearly as much as Cricut Design Space, which is honestly probably like the top 2 reasons that I love it so much. It's very unglitchy. Okay, I don't know if that's a word. I'm gonna coin that term right now. It's unglitchy. And that's why we love it so much. And you can incorporate Canva designs and use them on your Cricut. And that's what we're gonna be showing you guys today. So we're actually gonna be showing you how to create an SVG using Canva. Now, if you did not know, there is a Canva free version and a Canva Pro version. In the Pro version, you have the ability to export your designs as an SVG, which is a cuttable image, something that your Cricut can actually cut out of vinyl, okay? Now, I'm gonna show you guys today a workaround for that because I know there's a lot of you all out there that haven't yet made the jump to purchase Canva Pro, okay? There are a lot of you that have, a lot of you are still on the fence. So this is gonna be a good workaround for those of you that still wanna create your own SVGs in Canva and then use them on your Cricut if you do not have Pro, okay? If you have Pro, you can just design it, export it as an SVG, and like you're good to go. But we wanted to show you all the hacks because I know a lot of you guys are kind of on the fence about committing to that Pro, which I'm gonna tell you, you should commit because Canva Pro is amazing.
It really is.
It's just so different than just standard Canva free.
Yeah.
Even though there's a lot of good stuff in the free. So I'm gonna show you guys, we'll go overhead and I'll show you what we're I'm not gonna actually cut this and put all this on here, but I created this design in Canva, okay? And then I exported it and cut it with my Cricut. This was the workaround, okay? This is actually a PNG image. This is not an SVG. And this is a Canva image. And then these are makers gonna learn fonts, all right? So I'm gonna show you guys how to upload a font and all that good stuff today. So let's go ahead and jump right into Canva.
While you are going to be teaching them, I'm going to
Yes.
step out for just a second.
Okay, that's totally fine. Okay, Sharon's saying Pro is so worth it. I'm telling y'all, Pro is where it's at. I'm just going to be preaching that all week because it truly, truly is so good. So I am already logged in, okay? I'm just going to have this open. I've already logged into my account. Now, we do have a Pro account, okay? We've also been creating a course for you guys, so we wanted to be able to access all the features that Canva has to offer. If you're ever like, how can I know exactly what the free one versus the Pro one offers? You can always come up here to plans and pricing up at this top little area. And I want to say Lauren talked about this on her last live stream, but you can see if I click here under free, it's going to tell me everything that there is to offer. So we can scroll down and it's going to kind of give you like a run through of all the different things that you can get with it. And like I said, there's a lot of stuff for the free version, but there's so much more with the Pro version. So y'all can check that out for yourself. I'm going to actually go back here, and what we're going to do is start by creating a design. Okay. So what we're going to do is come up here to the top right. Mimi says, I got a Pro a while back and it's been so worth the cost. Amen. I hear you. So we're going to create a design on this top size. Now, every time you hit create a design, you're going to get all of these suggested videos, which are these suggested document sizes, sorry. These are super helpful depending on what you're creating, but my eyes automatically go to this bottom section right here. This is where I can create my own custom size, okay? So I'm just going to select that. Now, depending on your blank, you can make your document the size of your blank. Let me measure this circle and see exactly how big it is. So I've just got a little tape measure here. And honestly, probably be best for us to take out the glass and measure the glass. I don't know. Maybe we should just measure. Let's measure from the inside of the frame to the inside of the frame. I think that's probably going to give us our most accurate measurement. So like a little more than 7.5. We'll do 7.65. So I'm going to go in here. Since it's a circle, it's going to be like the same width and height. I'm going to change this to inches. Now, if you don't change this to inches and it's in pixels, and I went in here and I was like, oh, 7.65 by 7.65. And then I was like, oh, it's not supposed to be pixels. I need to change it to inches. It's going to do this craziness right here. So I always just change it to inches first, and then it doesn't alter my numbers. Okay. So 7.65 by 7.65. Now, lots of people that do graphic design and stuff, they'll use pixels, or if you do an Etsy shop, a lot of the size measurements are in pixels. You can see right here, we've recently done a design that was 4,000 by 4,000 pixels. We're not going to get into that, okay? But you may see it. So I'm going to create a new design, and this is just going to give us a square canvas to work on. Now, this is where it starts getting fun, in my opinion. So yeah, basically what you're going to need to do is start over here in this little area. Now, there are a few different areas that I like to kind of live in, and typically I'm over here in the elements and in the text and then the uploads. Those are like the three main areas that I like to go to just to kind of get my inspiration. So we're going to start with elements today. We're going to be using a Cricut image as our element. Now, we're just going to search. I like these little line art drawing. I think they're called line art. They're like minimalist line art images. And I'm just going to type line art. And you can see right away, I get lots of options. They're giving me line charts. They're giving me videos with lines. But what I really want to pay attention to is this graphics area. So I'm going to hit see all, and it's going to give me a ton of really cool line art. I just love these so much. I think they're so fun and they're just beautiful. Okay, so these are different ones that you can use. Now, I'm probably going to use something like this for mine, but I want to talk about images that you would not want to use for this type of project. So let's say you wanted a real butterfly, okay? Because I'm liking the butterfly vibe. I feel like it fits the quote. First of all, you're not going to want to use an animated image, okay? That's a no. The second image that you're not going to want to use is, let's say that we love this butterfly right here, okay? I'm going to duplicate this page and delete this image. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, I wanted to use this butterfly. That is beautiful, okay? This is something I could technically turn this into a print then cut, and we could print it. We could export it as a PNG and then print it out and like cut it by hand. But I don't want to do that. So what you need to be paying attention to when you're selecting your image is the silhouette of the image. So if I export this butterfly as an SVG, if I export this image, it's just going to upload into Design Space as the outline of the butterfly. Does that make sense to everybody? So let's just say I wanted to save this. What I'm gonna do is design this one, put the same words down here. We're gonna export them both the same way, and I'm gonna show you how they upload into Cricut Design Space, just so you all get a visual, okay? So we've got this little butterfly. Is that the one we wanna marry? That's not the exact one that I used, but let's look. Butterfly, line, arch. I don't think I want that little wispy tail on the end. Like this little wispy tail, I don't think I want to have that. You can click really any of these are so pretty. This side profile is really cute. Okay, that's perfect. Now, we want to add words to this, okay? So what I would do next is we're going to add text, okay? Now with Canva Free, you can use any of the fonts that Canva offers. If you have Pro, you have the ability to upload your own fonts. So we're gonna be doing that today. I'm going to add a text box here, okay? And then we're going to look up here at our fonts, and at the bottom of that font menu is upload a font. This is where you're gonna upload your font. Now we need to go download our font first from Maker's Gonna Learn, so let's go. I've already got it pulled up over here, and we're just going to go to our fonts. I think the font I'm using today is Luna Rose. It's one of our newer ones. Let me search it. Okay, Luna, I'm pretty sure it's Rose. I love that name, first of all. Oh yeah, there she is. Okay, so you're just gonna download it the same way, similarly, that you would do with Cricut. So I'm just gonna click this here. It's gonna pop into a zip folder, okay? And then I've got that .otf file right here. I'm gonna double click that, and then we're gonna hit install font. So now it's on our computer. And then let's go back to Design Space, and we're gonna hit upload a font, okay? Everything good?
It's all good.
Okay,
We're good.
okay, good. Just making sure.
Okay, yeah, we're all good.
Okay, for some reason it's not popping up in my downloads, so I'm gonna, that's not gonna work. Let's try again. Maybe it's popped up there now. Upload font, recents, downloads. I don't know why it's not popping up. Let's go and zip the folder again, just see what happens. Install font. We're gonna go back. We're gonna hit upload a font. Interesting. I've been reading, you guys, I've been reading A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I'm still narrating everything in the narrator's voice.
I know.
I'm like, interesting. I'm trying to find our downloads, but it's not in here.
Can you search it? Just search Luna Rose on the downloads.
Yeah, let's try that. That's my last case resort. Okay, let's talk about Luna Rose.
Couple questions while she's doing this. Donna asked, will this be up after class for us to go back and review and rewatch? Absolutely. This is going to be here. And then if you can't, the Bible tabs, Tiffany, the Bible tabs video, if you go to our channel and go to the live, don't go to videos, go to live, because that was a live stream.
Yes.
You can find it there. Did that work?
Yes.
Okay, beautiful.
Okay, I also want to clarify some things. So we're gonna get a lot of questions this week over, couldn't you just do that in Design Space? Yes, Okay, you can do it in Design Space if that's what you so choose to do. I like working in Canva as much as possible because there are less glitches, okay? That's my personal preference. If it's easier for you, like in your brain, to export this butterfly and then add the text in Cricut Design Space, go for it. I'm gonna do it in Canva because I wanna show you guys more about Canva, like uploading fonts and where to find them and all the things like that. So I'm gonna be showing you guys everything as much as possible in the Canva software, okay? So yes, you can do it both ways, but we're doing it in Canva. So now let's type in Luna. I have uploaded this font 3 times to Canva. I must really love it, and that's okay. So we're going to change our text to this quote. So the top line of ours says, I have all I need within me. So I just double clicked on that text box and I'm going to me, okay? I'm gonna hit Command A or Control A. That's gonna select everything in that text box. And then we're gonna select our font and it's gonna update to that font, okay? I have all I need within me, and then we can make it a little bit bigger. And remember, these parameters we set for ourselves, so everything should fit nice and snug in here without us having to worry about it being too big, as long as we're filling up most of the space. Now, what I like to do is just duplicate my text box if I've got 2 lines of text, and then I'm just gonna type in that bottom row of text, which is to be who I'm meant to be. So, right now, I have that first text box selected. Now, I did this on a circle frame. So if you're wanting to curve your text in Canva, you need to select the text box that you want, and then we're gonna go to Effects. And then there are lots of effects here, okay? You can get crazy with this. If this was a printable image that you were creating, I mean, go wild. But we're creating SVGs, okay? So we don't need any of these crazy, cute, fun text effects right now. We'll do some of this in the course. We do some of this. I'm trying to think if we use these in any tutorials this week. I don't know. They're super fun, but we don't need them at this very moment. So all we're needing is the curve function. So I'm going to hit curve. And a lot of times it looks like you can't adjust curve because for some reason it hides right here. So make sure you scroll down a little bit. And this is going to be where you can manually adjust the curvature. So like I can get crazy and wrap it all the way around, or I can just kind of live here and wrap it. I want it to just hug my butterfly, you know,
Right.
I just want it to hug it. So this is at 56. Now, what I like to do from here is select our second text box, and my effects, they stay pulled up, which is really nice. And I'm gonna hit curve. So automatically it gives you a downward curve. All I need to do is put in a minus sign and type in that 56, and it's gonna give me the same exact amount of curvature as I got on the top. And I think this is a good rule of thumb to follow when you're designing. That way everything matches and looks proportional, because let's just say I wanted it to be, I just did it manually and I was like, that's pretty close. I don't know, I just feel like that starts looking weird.
Yeah.
Like, it's very subtle, but these are the things that we want to teach you all as designers,
Yes.
like that you need to be paying attention to things and care about all those minuscule details. It's going to set you apart, I promise, if you're paying attention to things like that. So we're going to change this to negative 56. Is that what I said, 56?
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. All right. Now, I'm going to select this text box, hold the shift key down, and click on that second text box, and then I'm gonna copy. I'm gonna copy that and paste it down here. I wanted to show them, Lauren, while you were out, I wanted to show them what would happen if we did the same thing to a patterned image or like something that had
Yes.
color feeling, because it's gonna be, I think you guys are gonna be like, oh, I think it's gonna click.
Yes.
Okay, so right now we have these 2 beautiful images, okay? So what we're gonna do is go to share. This is where you're always gonna go if you're wanting to download your images. You're gonna select share, and then you're gonna come down here to download, okay? And then right here, you're going to see a list of different file types you can download. They're gonna give you suggestions on which file is best for what. Now, if we were just thinking, oh man, I wanted this to be SVG. I'm wanting to cut this with my Cricut. We can't do that with the free version, okay? But what we can do is export as a PNG. So what I'm gonna do is select PNG, okay? I'm gonna select transparent background for this specific image. And this is where you can go, if you just wanted to save one of these pages, you can deselect them and then just select the ones you want. But we wanna download both of them because I wanna show you all both of the examples here. And then we're gonna hit done.
Do you need to download them both together so for when you upload them into Cricut? I think you need to do them separate.
I'll do them separately. Yeah, I'll do them separately. It's fine. And then I'm gonna hit download. And then it's just gonna load. Now I didn't change the name of it, but you can come up here and change the name of it from your paragraph text to like butterfly art or whatever you wanted to name it. And then you would go and download all of that. Okay, hold on. Let me go back into Canva. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna save it without the transparent background. I'm so sorry. I sometimes get carried away and yeah. Okay. Here we go. We've changed the name to Butterfly Art. I'm gonna go share. We're gonna download. We are not changing this to transparent background. We are keeping it as a PNG. We're selecting all the pages and then I'm gonna hit download. Kathy, it's your discretion. Who knows, honestly? Honestly, Kathy's saying, is it who or whom? I don't know.
We're not grammar police.
You can do whatever your heart desires. So you can go find your download in your Finder or your File Explorer, but I'm gonna go up here to where it downloads in my browser. I just like to use that area the best. And then I'm gonna double click that, okay? And then I'm gonna double click this and you can see each image is its own, each page is its own file, okay? Now, let's go open up Cricut Design Space. Hello there. I feel like we've just left her out. I'm so sorry. I feel like she's like our old friend or something. So when you come into Cricut Design Space, we are going to hit New Project. Carol says...
I have no clue because we don't ever go back to free.
And Canva let me use fonts that I download when I have a pro account if I then cancel my subscription. That's a good question.
I truly cannot tell you because, and that's, I'll just be real honest, that's not something that we're personally going to try because we have a legacy Canva account and we pay like next to nothing.
Yeah, we've had it for years.
And the price has increased a couple times since then, so...
But if you do
I don't even
let us
because
know.
you also have a cheaper, not as cheap as what we have here, but you pay a cheaper price than what it is now. So that's, I mean, if you want to try it out and let us know. But I'm just going to let you know that we're not going to try it because we're not going to let go of that price that we have that we pay right now.
Right. So when you get into Cricut Design Space, I opened up a new document. I went to the upload screen. And we're going to upload image. Now you can hit browse, or if you're like me, we can go to our File Explorer or our Finder and we're gonna drag and drop. Now let's start with the wrong one, okay? We're gonna start with the one, I won't say this is the wrong one. This is just not like always the best way to do it. I can show you all an alternative path for if you did want this colored butterfly and you wanted to do it on like printable vinyl. We'll save that for the end so there's no confusion. So I'm gonna get this image right here with our colorful butterfly. We're gonna drag and drop it, okay? We're gonna hit continue. And then we can just hit remove background. You can select this and it'll remove all of the background just like that. And then you can hit apply and continue. Now the remove background all at once is obviously Cricut Access, but we're not talking about Cricut Access and not Cricut Access today. You just need to get rid of that background. And then we're gonna go to apply and continue. Okay, here we go. So the single layer image is the image that you need to cut vinyl with your Cricut, like adhesive vinyl. I'm thinking adhesive vinyl, heat transfer vinyl, things like that. We need this single layer image. Do you guys see what I'm talking about here? So this flat graphic, this is for print and cut projects. This is for this is like an SVG image.
Now you can take if you like the specific outline of a very colorful, like flat PNG image that's in Canva, you can do it and create it with that. Just know that if you want the SVG or the cut image, it's just going to be the outline and nothing else.
Right. Also, we have to remove all the insides of those letters. So we'll do that with our actual image we chose. So let's go back and upload our actual one that we designed that we know is going to work because we chose a correct image. So I'm going to select this. And someone mentioned that this butterfly is a pro butterfly. Y'all,
I don't think it is.
Well,
I looked and I thought it was free.
There's like 1,000. There's tons, okay? Canva has millions. They have millions of images you could select from. So
there's actually in their little spiel, I guess you could say, if you are free, you have access to 1 million images for free.
Yeah.
And then for pro, I think it's like 4 or 5 million.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's a lot to choose.
I mean, you get a lot out of free.
Yeah.
Just know.
Yeah. So I'm going to select continue. We're going to select remove the background. And then we want to zoom in and make sure that we are removing anything that does not need to be there. I can already see this wing needs to have the background removed from it. The reason I know that there is background still there is it's white and that gray checkerboard isn't showing through. And then you're going to want to check your letters. Now this would be a benefit for you all to add the text once you get in Design Space. Like we said, that's to each their own. But you know, this doesn't really bother me that bad. There's like just a few. And then if you accidentally click on something that you don't want, like if you accidentally click the letter, you can go up here and undo that. So I am just getting rid of all the innards of these letters. Okay, this is that attention to detail that we were talking about. Okay, I'm just manually selecting these. Oh, someone said the color one is pro. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. So I am just lining up the middle of this little X with the white background and getting rid of all of these little pieces. Okay. And truly, this tutorial is honestly, it's meant to show you all just the capabilities of Canva. Y'all know that we can go in and add text. And, you know, much quicker than
to going through this process.
Yeah. But we just want to show you, because there's going to be days where Cricut Design Space is not working for you. Okay.
And also kind of the upside to having Canva Pro, if you wanted to, you wouldn't have to go through that whole process of removing all the insides of that. I mean, there's lots of things that just know, we know and understand that there's 10,000 ways to skin a cat, as I like to say.
Put it on a shirt.
Put it on a shirt. We are just wanting to make sure that you all know and understand all of the options that you have at your fingertips.
I'm not sure why you guys can't see the checkerboard background. Maybe turn your brightness on your actual computer screen down. I
can't see it either.
Really? I can see it on my computer just fine.
Yes, but I think it might be something with our something on the camera. I would just keep going.
Okay, well, so y'all will see it when you're in Cricut Design Space.
Yes,
you'll see the gray and white checker background. I promise.
I think it's just because it's so light. It's hard. It's hard for it to translate.
Yes. Okay. All right. So now, when you get to this page, we need the single layer. Okay, single layer creates a simple one color image or silhouette. Okay, this is for our print and cut. We don't need that. We don't need to mess with this multiple layers, crazy stuff over here. We want the single layer. I'm gonna hit continue. Okay, you can say this is whatever you want here. This is kind of new. And then we're gonna go to upload. Okay, and then you can resize it. Make sure it's locked, and then you're gonna resize it. If you want to resize it exactly to the size that we had earlier, remember we did 7.65, and I can actually create a circle that is the same size. So let's do 7.65. I'm going to change this to white, and then I can bring my design to the front and shrink it. Oopsie. Shrink it down so it fits within our size parameters. Okay. So now we know that this one's gonna fit perfectly. We can get rid of any images we don't want by deleting them or hitting this little eye icon. That's gonna hide it. And then you would go to make it. You can save your project. We're gonna save it as butterfly art in my projects. And then this is where you're gonna take all your Cricut knowledge that you have and you're gonna either cut it with mirrored for HTV or just cut it on adhesive vinyl. Good. Any questions? Any questions? I missed the middle of an E. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. They're just little. Do you guys have any questions about, Donna says, did I miss how to upload a PNG under best quality?
There's no upload a PNG for best quality when you are taking it from Canva. It is just determining what you are using that PNG for is how you download it from Canva.
Yes.
Now, if you print, you turn it on best quality, but you don't download for best quality.
Right.
You don't turn like best quality on for a download.
Yes. Okay. So a lot of you all really like this butterfly. So what I would recommend doing, if this is something that you want to do, now this is a pro butterfly. Let's go find a free butterfly that's pretty. Let's go butterfly, and we need one that doesn't have a crown beside it, that is colored. Oh, this one's kind of cool.
What's the one right up above it? Does it
This
have a
one,
crown?
this watercolor one?
Yeah, does it have a crown?
Nope. Ooh, that's cute.
Like?
That's kind of fun. Okay. So let's say that you only had free, so you didn't get to use that other fancy butterfly, but you can use this fancy butterfly. And you're like, I want to have this little butterfly on my design, but I also want the words. What I would do if I was trying to stay in Canva is duplicate my page, delete my text. I'm gonna export this by itself. So I would go download. We're gonna keep it as a PNG. We're gonna select just that page. So deselect all the pages, and then we're gonna select page 4. Hit done and download. Okay, it's gonna go up in here to the butterfly art. You're gonna go over to Cricut Design Space. We're gonna hit upload, go to upload image, and then we're going to open our Finder. And then look, there's our little butterfly guy. Cute, cute, cute. Remove the background. And you can print this as a flat graphic on printable vinyl.
Yes.
Okay, if you wanted to make like a shirt, or if you wanted to make a sticker even, you could use this image, okay? So like after that, I could technically come in here and export just the words.
I would just show them how to do the words in Cricut.
Yeah, maybe
at
it'll be
this point,
easier.
because you're gonna have to go back and take out all the centers.
Right. So let's just do a text box here in Canva. So I have all I need within me, and then select it all. I'm pretty sure I've got this font downloaded. Your downloaded fonts are going to live in your system. I was going to say in your Lunar Rose.
Yeah.
And then you're just going to change the font, resize it a little bit, and we'll adjust this as needed. And then the curve function in Design Space is right up here. You can slide this. This is very, very similar. Yeah.
Type in your number if you want to.
Yep.
Now we did have, no, this one is free. This butterfly should be free.
Yes.
Even if you have a pro account, it still has a crown on it to tell you that it is a pro feature.
Yes.
Now we did have someone ask, they weren't understanding the negative. So all you have to do literally on your keyboard, right up at the top, well, if you want to type it in, instead of, you can slide that circle on the bar back and forth, but instead of, if you don't want to do that and you want to type it in, on your keyboard at the very top, right next to the backspace button, there should be a plus button, and then there are 2 dash lines. That's your negative button. If you hit your negative and then your numbers, it does the inverse of what the other one was.
Oh. Okay.
You get what I'm saying? It's just like negative. Like if the first one is curve 56.
Yeah.
And then you go and you type in negative 56, it does the opposite.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was telling them
Yeah.
earlier.
We had someone that kept asking, they weren't understanding. So I was just
okay.
explaining where that actual button on your keyboard was.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Sorry.
That's okay. So then, I mean, y'all, so this is the definition. This tutorial is the definition of you can skin a cat 100 ways.
Yes.
Okay, if you ain't from the South, look it up. You can do this so many different ways, and that's the beauty in knowing how to use Canva and knowing Cricut Design Space well, because if for some reason Cricut is down, but you have Canva, you can still design things. Maybe you have to cut them later. There are just so many opportunities here. Even JRK, could I sublimate this? Yes. You can use Canva to create sublimation designs. There's just, honestly, I just love it so much because there's just a lot more opportunity.
You also, if you are sublimating, you need to print straight from Canva. You need to forget Cricut Design Space altogether if you are sublimating.
And we have bonus sublimation videos in our Canva course.
Now we don't go in, I will say this, we teach you how to download your stuff to print to your sublimation printer. We don't go into, in the Canva course, we don't go into how to sublimate because that's all housed in the sublimation course. We teach you all of that there.
Yes.
So, but we do talk about using Canva with sublimation and the relationship between it, how you're gonna download your prints and how you're gonna print it to your sublimation printer.
Yes, I love it. So hopefully you all have picked up something new today. I feel like we went through lots of different details in Canva that maybe you all hadn't seen before. And I love finding ways to integrate Canva with. Okay, y'all, this is something that I've been wanting to make. And if you have been around for any amount of time, you know that I love birthday parties, okay? I love birthday parties. It's like one of my things about me. If someone was like, name a fun fact, I'd be like, I'm obsessed with birthday parties. I just am. I love birthdays. I love making favors and things like that. And so I'm going to show you guys how to make this cute little chip bag. I wanted to make it last year, maybe even longer than that, but let's go overhead and I'll show you guys. So this is a custom chip bag and it's got Bella's 5th Rodeo on it, which is, this is a really popular theme right now. Like,
Am
I zoomed in?
I
Hold
zoomed
on.
it in so much.
Hold on. Okay, is that good? Is it in focus? Okay.
Oh
beautiful.
yeah, it was super zoomed in. Wow.
In case you guys wanted a close up,
that
there
was
you go.
my fault.
Yes, it's
I
okay.
literally said last week. Do you remember me saying,
Yes.
if we plan on going overhead, we need to fix that camera?
I literally remember those words coming out of your mouth.
Okay.
Anyways, Yeston, we let everybody know it's deals week. If you're not on our email list, you need to sign up so you don't
Yep.
miss the deals.
We told.
So then on the back, look how cute this is. First of all, let's go girls. Hashtag Shania Twain fan. Did I just mention Shania Twain? I think I did, and it was on accident, but that's how much of a fan I am. So there's nutrition facts, and look how cute. It's fun, yummy, memories, happiness, friends. And it's got like this little thingy. It's got a barcode. I mean, this looks legit. It looks like I bought it at the bodega.
I know.
I mean, I love it. So anyways, so cute, so customizable, and you really don't need that many supplies. What I've got today, and this might blow your guys' mind. It did mine whenever we were making this. We're using inkjet glossy photo paper. Okay, this is what this is made out of. I was like astonished. I don't know what I thought it was made out of. What did you think? Did you think inkjet glossy photo paper? In my brain, that's too thick. Like in my brain, I was like, that's gonna be too thick. It ain't gonna fold right, but it does. It looks just like a chip bag.
Yeah.
But also, this does not feel like a chip bag.
No, it's not as
It's
flimsy
thicker.
as a chip bag. It is thicker.
I mean, you can even tell by how it sounds.
Honestly, it's made to look like a chip bag, but I would think that would be more toward a party favor bag. Like you're not gonna be able to like it's gonna be hard to like actually put chips in there.
Yeah, probably. It's
You know
like
what I mean?
thinner than you would think. Yeah, but you could put like a little slinky and some candy or
Like
something in there.
some little party favors.
Yeah,
It'd be super
that's
cute.
a cute idea. So, inkjet glossy photo paper. As always, everything is linked below for you guys. And then I've got, this is what I call a crimper. Now, I'm late to the paper party game. The paper project game, you guys know better than me. The brand is Marvy Uchida.
What?
Uchida? That's what it says. Marvy Uchida.
I don't know. I can't see it.
I don't know what the brand is really specifically called, but this is a paper cramper, and you stick your paper in and you spin this and it makes this effect right here. Okay, so you're gonna need one of those if you really want to get the full effect. You're gonna need a double-sided tape dispenser. I would say you need an ATG gun, but they don't sell them anymore. This is what we have. You can use any double-sided adhesive. Yeah, any double-sided. You're not gonna want to use glue. It's gonna be way too difficult. Don't use glue. And then I've got these scissors, and I don't know why. Y'all know when you like learn something and you just can't ever remember what it's called?
If you wouldn't have asked me, I could have told you.
Exactly. Lauren's doing the same thing. Because, like, I know what these are called. If you know what type these scissors are called.
They're for fabric.
Yes, to cut, like, you see how it's got, like, the serrated edges? What are these scissors called? Drop a comment. You get a gold star from us today.
Oh, my God. I cannot believe I'm blanking on these.
Mary Catherine's yelling it.
No, that's not what those are called.
What are the scissors called, Mary Catherine?
Pinky shears.
Jan Franklin gets a gold star today.
Gold star for Jan Franklin. That's it.
See, it's just like a weird name. Pinky shears. Okay, now
everybody's
another
getting gold stars.
If you can tell me why they're called pinky shears, I'd love to know. And then we brought marshmallows to fill our bag. So you can put whatever you want in there. It's your bag. It's your party. You can do what you want to. Okay, we're going to be in Canva today, so I hope you guys are ready. Okay, now let me first of all get this going because it'll be popping up on us. Now, we are on the home screen. Now, I'm gonna pull up the old one just so you guys can see what it looks like. So this is the one that we created and I showed you guys already. But we're not gonna be creating this exact one. I am gonna show you how to set it up exactly the same though, okay? You know what? I wrote down my measurements and I left them on the desk out there, so that's cool.
Do you want me to go grab them?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I was about to say I could copy them from here, but it's just sitting right out there. So when you get into Canva, if you're on the home screen, it's gonna look something like this. Now these are all of our projects, so your projects are gonna look different. But if you got the glow up for Canva, it's gonna look like this. If you did not, thank you. If you did not, your create a design is gonna be on the top right hand of the screen. If you have the glow up, it's gonna be on the left hand of the screen. We're gonna be working in this glow up, in this new Canva. This is what they're gonna be releasing in August. Not everybody got this glow up, okay? It was like they had like a secret portal that you had to go through to get this. We got on YouTube and figured out how to do it like as soon as possible because we were crazy like that. But not everybody got this. So I just want you guys to be aware that the course is in the old version and we will be creating a new version with the new version of Canva. Okay, so just so we're clear. So you're gonna wanna be, if you're getting the Canva course, it's still in the old version, so I don't want anybody to be like, oh, I didn't get the new version, because you can't get the new glow up now. You can't get it. So anyways, we're going to create a design, okay? This is just gonna be an 8.5 by 11 design, so you're gonna want to go all the way down to the bottom and select custom size. And then I have a bunch already here. When I said 8.5 by 11, I meant 11 by 8.5. So I can just select this, or you can come up here and you can type it into this custom size. And I'm actually curious if I change this to inches, if it'll mess up like it used to. I'm gonna try it. 11 by 8.5. Remember when you would have to change this to inches first? Let's see what happens. Oh, it still does it. Canva, what the heck? Okay, 11 by 8.5 inches. Make sure it says IN and not PX or something else. And then it's gonna give you some suggested sizes down here, which is really cool, but we don't really need any of those. We're just creating our own design. So create new design, and then you have your blank canvas. So the first order of business is setting up our guide. So originally whenever we saw this project, I was like, we're gonna have to get some type of like chip bag template to follow. And We kind of are just making one ourselves. It's just easier to do it that way rather than going and purchasing one off Etsy, which you can do. But we didn't want to do all that. So what you're going to need to do is make sure that your guides are up. And I can already see our guides are not up. When I say guides, that means there's a ruler across the top and the side. So if you need to get your guides, what you're going to need to do is come up here to File, and then you're going to go to Settings, and we're going to go to Show Margins. Oh, sorry. Listen. Don't listen to me. File, Settings, Show Rulers and Guides. There we go. Now, I'm going to get rid of those margins. I don't want those. I turned them on, but I want them off. Okay. So now what you can do is you can actually pull these all the way over, and then they just kind of stay there and help you as a guide for when you're designing. Now I don't need that one right there, but I did get measurements. If you're gonna make these, I need you to get a notepad out, get a sticky note and a pen. We're gonna write these measurements down, okay? So your document is 8.5 by 11. Write it down. I should have wrote it so I could show you guys. I mean, I can show you, but it don't make any sense how I wrote it. And then you're gonna take this first guide and we're gonna bring that all the way to 2.9. So you see that purple number up there? That's what we're looking at. So 2.9. If it's not exact, it's okay. Y'all know I'm not a perfectionist. So if it bothers you, just scroll until you get it right where you want it. And then the other one is gonna go to 8.1. So you see the purple number up there at the top of this purple line, right there. So we've got this side, the middle section, and this one. So you've got two thinner sections on each side, and then this is the middle portion, which is technically the front of the bag. These two are the backs of the bag. And then we're gonna get some from the top. We're gonna pull this down to 0.85. This time the purple number is all the way on the left side, and you can see it kind of snaps in right there, which is nice. And then we're gonna pull this one down, and look, it's gonna snap in there for us. So that makes it so much better. And look, we just made our template. That's it. That's so easy, right? Mm-hmm. So the reason we wanted those borders on the top and the bottom, that's where we're gonna be cinching our bag using that crimper and the pinking shears. And we don't want to put our design up there. We're going to put a pattern, but no crazy type of design. So this is it. This is our base. Now we can start creating. So the way that we've done this is we have kind of created in sections. So I'm going to actually start with this front middle section. We're going to design that way. And I'm going to show you guys how to get all of these Let's Go Girl vibe elements. If you're wanting to do a certain theme, you can type in whatever you want here. So I'm gonna go to Elements, and then I'm gonna type in Let's Go Girls, and open see all. This one's kind of cute. I'm gonna click on that and then go to Magic Recommendations. Now, I love using Magic Recommendations because I feel like there's so many cute options that match the vibe I'm going for. So we're thinking like pink, disco, western, like groovy cowgirl situation, all of that. Mm-hmm. And all of these right here kind of fit that, in my opinion. So I think it's super cute, and you can use whatever you want to fit your theme. So let's just kind of look around. We use a disco ball, a cowboy hat. The only words I'm going to put up here are the Bella's Fifth Rodeo. Because I don't want to make it too busy with words. So we need to look for like actual images for this. And I'm already loving this little cowgirl boot. I'm gonna pull that in. Oopsie. If you mess up and do something, hit Command Z or Control Z and it will move. It will undo. Okay, I'm gonna shrink this down. I'm just gonna go and grab all my elements first, and then we'll kind of play around after that. This is cute. Oh, there's so many to choose from, you guys. I can't even decide.
I can't make a decision.
I can't. I think I want to try to stay away from the orange, even though I love pink and orange together. I just want to kind of stick with the pink. Oh, this butterfly's kind of fitting the vibe there. Maybe not. Stars for show, snake for show.
Okay, so we have a couple people that are asking questions.
Okay, let's hear them.
What are the measurements for the second guide?
This one.
Also, somebody asked, oh, never mind. They just said, oops, I'm behind. You explained what the margins were for.
Okay, 8.1 is the second margin, if that's what you're asking.
Okay.
I mean, here, y'all can screenshot this, but can they see that? Okay.
Screenshot that.
Screenshot it, pause it, screenshot it, whatever you got to do. Or you can rewind me and I said them out loud. Okay, I'm just going in here. I'm just grabbing a bunch of elements I like, honestly, y'all. There's just so many cute ones. Some of these I may just put on other parts of it. I love this. So just grab, you know, dilly-dally. Don't be scared to go and grab different
Don't be
stuff.
scurry.
Don't be scared. Let's see. Okay. Cutesy pootsy, cutesy pootsy. And then, you know, I keep moving those dang margins. And you can tilt these when you select an image. This little circular arrow part, you can kind of tilt. I'm going to tilt all my elements actually, just because it adds a little fun for the eye. Maybe not my cactus. He's standing straight up. I'm going to go get some little flowers. Let's do some white groovy flowers. Oh. And I love Elements because you can type in whatever you want and there's something for everything, I swear. You can find something for everything. We just want some little groovy white flowers, or even pink would be cute. Let's see here. I'm honestly just kind of feeling this one. And look, this is a layered image, meaning I can change the colors. You can see right here, I'm going to get the option to change my colors. So I'm going to change that beige to white and that yellow to pink. And actually, yeah, let's do that dark pink. And now, you can't see it right now, but what I'm going to do is go to my Elements. If you've got something in the search bar, just X off of it, and we're going to grab a shape, just a rectangle. And I'm going to fill this in. So I'm just going to fill in the middle section for now. And I'm actually going to go a little bit over that margin line. So let me zoom in. You can hit Command plus and that'll zoom you in. You see my margin line? I'm kind of going a little bit over that just to make sure that it's really on there. You can technically snap it to that margin line if you want to. You can snap it to all the margin lines. Whatever tickles your fancy. And then I'm actually going to make this like a very light blush. So I've already got a pink selected. I really like the tone of this pink, but I want to make it lighter. There are two ways you can do that. You can either lower the opacity like this, and then go to position and send to back. Or you can keep the opacity up or the transparency, and you can actually just change it to a lighter pink. So whatever you want to do. I like this like very light blush pink. I think is super cute. Okay. And then we're just going to keep on trucking. So I'm going to actually be having words in the middle here. So I don't want to put anything right in the middle. And I can cut this little cactus off. Now, if I didn't cut this off, it would go onto the back of the chip bag, which I don't think would look bad. Actually, I think it might look okay if we did that. So maybe we'll do that. We'll let these kind of overflow a little bit. Because this one we didn't. And if you're like, what are you talking about? This one, the cactus right here is kind of cut off right where that flips to the back side. Like all of these have been kind of cut off. This one, the one that we're designing, I'm just going to keep them and we'll kind of see which one we like better. And that way you guys can decide whenever you make yours how you prefer it. But yeah, let's copy and paste these flowers. I'm hitting Command C, Command V to copy and paste. Does anybody have questions? Lauren's being real quiet. What are you doing?
I'm not seeing anything.
Okay, you're being so quiet over there.
Oh, I'm just paying attention, watching.
Okay. Another little hack that I like to use is the Command and the left bracket. Let's go overhead. If you do Command in this left bracket, it sends to back. So let me show you what I mean. If you go back onto share screen and I click this boot and hit Command in the left bracket, it hides it. If you hit the other bracket, the right bracket, it'll bring it back to the to the front. So that's pretty helpful.
So we did have somebody ask, when you say margin, are you talking about the purple lines? And what are the margins for under file? I guess that's where, yes. So what she's talking about margin wise is the purple lines, and what that does is that shows you how far you're going to crimp down, what's going to be on the back, and so the back has to meet up together.
Yes.
So that's what the margins are for.
Yes, we need everything to line up. Okay, now this is kind of all I want to have on the front. Now for the other squares, we're just going to keep working. Actually, let's go ahead and add our text up here before we move on. So I'm just going to go over here to text, and we're going to add a text box, and it's just going to pop in this standard Canva Sans font. We're not going to use that. I want you all to never use Canva Sans. That can be your goal for your crafting life. Don't do that unless you're trying to make something like super plain. We want it like, there's literally millions and millions of fonts out there. We want to like keep it spicy, you know? So yeah, you can go over here and you can look through the fonts that you've already got downloaded. You can look through Canva fonts. You can type in like a certain theme. I'm gonna type in Western, and that's gonna give us some really fun fonts. I wanna say, I wanna use Groovy Cowgirl, which is one of ours. I'm gonna see if we have it downloaded. Oh, we do. Okay, look how fun this font is. Let's type out Rodeo for this font. Oh my gosh, y'all, how cute is that? I love it. So there's a Rodeo. And then while that text box is selected, I'm going to hit duplicate and bring that up. And then we're gonna type in Bella's. Now, this together is kind of a lot, so let's change Bella's to a pretty script font that kind of pairs well with that Groovy Cowgirl. Let's look. Oh, that's not bad. Oh, that's kind of cute. Is it too much? Is it too much?
It is.
Okay.
Sorry.
I needed you to tell me it was, because in my heart I knew, but I didn't want to admit it. I was like, we can keep it, right? I like it if it's a little bit tacky. Sometimes a little bit tacky just makes my heart happy.
I know.
What is this font? Bella Boo. I've been using that one like crazy.
Which one?
Bella Boo. Let's go to the Maker's Gonna Learn website. You know, let's just go over here and I'll show you guys how to download a font into Canva. So it's a little bit different than Design Space, but honestly, not much. So we're gonna go to our fonts and we're gonna look for script. Just a pretty little script. Maybe I should sign in. That'd be cool if I did that. Sign in. Hey, can you lock the margin lines, Lewis? In Canva, I don't believe you can, but let me check. Let's look. Sometimes you can hit this, but it's looking like, I don't think you can. I know in Illustrator you can, but I don't think you can in Canva. If you can lock them in Canva and y'all know how, tell me please. But I'm pretty sure you can.
I know you can lock elements to the back, but I don't think you can lock margin lines.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm in fonts and let's just type in the word. So we're using Bella. And I'm gonna hit preview, and this is gonna give us a preview right here in our sample text of that font, which is really helpful. So I don't have to go and download all these fonts just to see what Bella's is gonna look like. Like, I wanna use this Frenchie really bad, but I know I shouldn't. But I want to, but I won't. Luna Rose, that's cute. I'm looking for a script. Now you can just look right here at these fonts, like just the newer fonts, or you can come up to the top and sort into script fonts and hit, it's gonna automatically, when you click it, it's gonna automatically get those. So I put yeah, let's preview, update that. Okay, so you just scroll until you find one. I don't think I want anything too bold because Rodeo is super bold and I think that's the problem.
Go on up. I kind of like Stella.
Okay. Let's do it.
No.
There's not a good apostrophe on that one.
No, never mind.
Athlete's not a bad.
You can always go, you can never go wrong with Miranda either, I feel like. It's a pretty safe bet.
Miranda. I don't think I've ever used Miranda in my life. Carol, you got a new handle.
Yeah.
Hey, book teacher. Okay, let's see. I promise we won't spend the whole tutorial picking a font.
It's just B's are so weird.
Uptown's kind of cute. B's are weird. Some letters just are weird.
L's are also very weird.
Yes. And if you have a letter together, sometimes it looks strange. Sadie just said there's Western font pairings in our font pairing guide. So if you are a member, you can go to your dashboard. This is to any member or anyone who got the font pairing guide. Go to your dashboard. This is included with membership. Okay, so this is in your resources at all times. Dashboard, resources, and it's going to be right here. Thank you for reminding me of that, Sadie. Sadie's like, listen, Linda, I've been putting in all this work, and y'all are sitting here scrolling looking for fonts. Look, already, Jubilee.
But Bella didn't look good in Jubilee.
Oh, it didn't?
No,
Okay.
I have already looked.
There's more, though. Look at all these font pairings. So these are all Maker's Gonna Learn fonts that y'all can use, okay?
You can always never go wrong with Nomad. I mean, it's just a...
Yeah, let's go back. I'm going to use Nomad because, y'all, I'm going to be sitting here scrolling forever.
Just use Nomad.
Yeah, that's what...
It's already downloaded.
Nomad is my favorite. Beautiful. Okay, cool. So, Bella's 5th rodeo. I'm going to duplicate this. We're going to do a 5. Oopsie. Delete that. And I'm going to change this to Groovy Cowgirl. Now, this is something that I really love. So if you have a font that you're wanting to copy the exact size and font, like this 5, I want to switch to this rodeo font. What I'm going to do is click rodeo. I'm going to hit Control, click, and copy the style right here. It says copy style. And then it's going to give me this little roller brush. Go and click on that 5. Make sure the text box is around the 5. And when I click on it, it's going to give me that 5 the exact same size as the rodeo. How cool is that? Now, I think I might make it a little bit bigger, but you get the gist. And it's going to give you, I mean, that's just so cute. I love it. Now, I'm going to change all of these to a pink color rather than black, just to fit the vibe. Cuteness. And then we can shrink it down a little bit. If you need to move your elements around, this is the time to do it. And I'm gonna put a TH on here, not Bella's 5 rodeo. And actually, I want that TH to be a little bit smaller, so I'm going to delete those. I'm gonna duplicate the text box, put a TH, and then we're gonna shrink this down just a little bit. Maybe even more than that. Bella's 5th rodeo. That's cute. Now I'm going to select all of these text boxes. So hold your shift key down, click as the bounding box pops up, click, keeping that shift key down, and you can group all those together. And so it makes it one big bounding box. If you want to ungroup, you can, which is really nice. And then you can just fit that in there. Just like that. Okay, does anybody have questions so far about anything that we've done so far? Anybody? No? Okay. We're gonna keep working. Cheryl, is the font pairing resource not showing? If it's not, email customer service and we will get you hooked up. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna copy that pink rectangle. I'm gonna hit Command C, Command V, and it gives us another rectangle, same height dimensions. We're just gonna have to manipulate the width. So we're just gonna snap that in. And since this side and this side are the same, I can hit Command C, Command V, and it's gonna paste me an exact replica of the other side. And we can just pop these in. Let me zoom out a hair. Perfect. And it should snap in just fine. There we go. Now these will need to go to the back. So I'm going to select the box, hit position, send to back. Select the box, send to back. That way all of our elements are on the same level. Now really technically, you guys, I don't honestly know why I did that. So let me just show you an easy way. You can select this box and just literally pull the edges of the box to the edge of this. That would be the easier way. Let's work smarter, not harder, you know? So just pull it all the way to the end. Now, if you wanted to do like a different color on the back, you could do it the way I taught you first. You know what I'm saying? Can y'all not see the white flowers?
It's just like,
It's the screen.
It's the screen that gets really blown out for some reason, because even that light pink, like it looks white on the screen.
Can I darken it a little bit just for the
You
sake
might
of
have
the
to
video?
you might have to darken the pink.
Okay, what about now?
I mean, I'm behind, so you're gonna have
Sadie?
to. It's when it comes through YouTube is the problem. Sadie can see it fine on her side too. It's when it comes through on YouTube that I think it's going.
Well, because you know, like even in the course, I had to take the exposure down on some of our stuff because I was like, I hope they can see
Now
it.
you can see it. Now I feel like it's good.
Can you see the elements okay?
Yes.
Okay.
The cactus is a little,
I know, it kind of went away, didn't it?
but it's still fine.
Okay, we'll keep working. We'll just keep working like this.
Also, what the F said, if you add guides, you can go back to settings and click lock guides when done.
See, this is what I was asking about. Okay, so let's go to File, Settings, and Lock Guides. Look, now.
So now the guides are locked.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, what the F.
Okay, so this is good for our front design. Now, for the back, this is what the back looks like before we start designing, just so you guys can get a good visual and kind of see what we're about to do. I'm gonna go get a nutrition facts from the Canva elements. Y'all, they have millions of elements, millions. I'm not exaggerating. They say it on their website. They have tons. So I'm just gonna type in nutrition facts. And look, they've got this cutie little graphic right here. And I can plug in whatever I want. Isn't that so cute? I'm gonna zoom in really close. And your nutrition facts can be whatever tickles your fancy. So I'm gonna just add a text box. And what does ours have? Fun. I'm gonna do one line and get it how I want it, and then we can kind of copy and paste to the rest of the lines. So we've got fun. I'm gonna change the font because it's a little hard to read, just to something more basic. So fun, and I'm about to show you guys a really cool little hack, trick, whatever you wanna call it.
Hat trick.
Hat trick, fun, yummy. Is that an ingredient? I guess it is today.
It is right now.
Mims. You have to click off and then click back on. If you want to like get that the little icon that goes above the bounding box. Happiness. Whoop. Click off, click back on, Command C, Command V. And a friendship. Friendship. Okay, beautiful. Now, this looks a little crazy, but I want to show you guys. There's this tool. It's called Tidy Up, and I'm going to show you how to use it real quick. Just kind of space these out, and then what we're going to do is select each one. So select fun, hold the shift key down, select yummy, keep the shift key down, select memories, keep it clicked down, happiness, keep it clicked down, hit friendship, and then we're going to go to position, and we're gonna hit tidy up. Okay, let me scroll this over. Watch what happens when I hit tidy up. Okay, so align them all in the center and they're all equally spaced. Now I do need them to be all aligned to the left, so I can come up here to align elements and hit left. But look, it lines them up perfectly. Now this does have lines, so we can technically kind of bump them till they're right at the line they need to be at. But if it didn't, you could have perfectly evenly spaced words and it would work perfect. And I actually feel like we should add in a couple more words to like fill in all the, or maybe we could skip a spot to add some space. We're gonna delete yummy. Okay. And then you can duplicate this and you can add in your numbers. So we're just gonna do 100% of everything. It's 100% of your daily value. Very nutritious.
And just duplicate it.
Yep. Command C, V, V, V. There's
You can
4.
also just Command D.
Yes, Command D just straight up duplicates it. Here, I'll show you. Select it, Command D. See? So easy. And then Command Z to undo.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna line those up. Hold your shift key down. Y'all, you gotta be lining your stuff up. Canva makes it too easy to line everything up. So all of that is completely centered. And then if you want to, you can even go in here and make all of these the same color font, which if you did that in the beginning, it wouldn't be as hard. I'm gonna make all these white so it looks like it's a part of that nutrition facts. And then let's zoom out and see what it looks like. How cute. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. Okay, and then we need to go get a barcode. So we're gonna go to Elements and we're gonna type in barcode. And you can get any of these.
Really?
Yeah. I wonder if these actually go to stuff.
I don't think so.
Probably not. Probably not, because it's like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I also like the barcode that like doesn't have anything on it too.
Like this.
Yeah.
You like it to be fatter. Like this one.
Well, I mean, it just depends on what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You could honestly even put like little words down here or something.
Yeah.
Like made in the
There's
USA.
so many things
or-
you can do. So
Right.
many things you can do.
I love it. So we'll add in a little barcode. And then on the other side, we're gonna add in Let's Go Girls. So I'm gonna, whenever you're doing font pairings and working on projects, you don't wanna use more than 1 or 2 fonts. And so I'm gonna go steal this 5th Rodeo. I'm just gonna hit Command D and we're gonna ungroup and delete Bella's and delete the TH. Honestly, just delete all that. We just need this right here. And I'm gonna type in Let's Go Girls. Now, obviously, I don't really wanna make the font that much smaller, but there's such a big gap in between these words. I wanna make the line spacing much thinner. And you can easily do that by coming up here to this spacing and go to line spacing, and we're just gonna drag this back. I wonder why it's just doing it to the 1. Let's select them all. Okay, so highlight it and then you can kind of move it. So you can space it further or closer. You can even do your letters further or closer if you want. And then we'll leave it like that. I am going to align the text to the left. So this is your align text button. We're gonna align that to the left. And then you can bring it up here, shrink it a little bit if you want. I'm gonna go steal one of these flowers and pop it right here, just in the little crevice. Let's go, girls.
Let's go, girls.
And then you can put like a little thank you if you want. I'm gonna actually put that over here. I'm gonna delete that snake. We don't need it.
We don't need it.
We don't need him. Let's copy or just hit Command D. Command D, and then we can change this to say whatever you want. This could be like a little thank you, like thanks for coming. Thanks for Gideon. I need something clever. Gideon on by. Thanks for getting me a present. You're the yeet on my haul.
I mean, any of those will work.
Cowboy, take this home with you.
Just put thanks for dropping by. You don't always have to be so punny, Alicia.
Yeah, you do. That's the joy in it. Okay, thanks for galloping on. Okay, I'll just put thanks for coming by. That's really boring. Okay, and then I'm going to hit Command A, and we're going to shrink this text down like a ton. Now you can come up here and manually type this in. Like I'm going to type in 40 and see. Yeah, I like having it each on its own line, but it's really close together. So let's space it back out. Not that far.
And I would center line it.
Yeah, it needs to be centered for sure.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go get a square. Let's just go back to our elements and let's do just like a basic square shape. I'm gonna actually make this the dark pink and our words the white. And then we can put this right behind it. Can shrink it down.
Beauty-muss.
Beauty-muss. And I'm gonna align and center those because it bothers me if I don't. Center, middle, perfect. You can group them together so now it's one unit. Shrink it, align it, make sure it's aligned, make sure everything's aligned.
Make sure it's aligned.
Okay, now we've pretty much got almost everything done as far as the design goes, but we need to put something up here. So I'm just gonna go to my elements. Y'all, we live in the elements, okay? Let's type in pink cow print. Oh, yes, it's giving. Look at this, how cute. Okay, this is gonna be our bottom cow print. Now, it's kind of big. The print is big, so I'm gonna shrink.
I would rotate it too.
Yeah, that would probably help. So if you want to rotate it, you can just simply do that. And it's going to give you your degree measurement right there. Oh.
What in the world is going on?
It's, I don't know. Okay, let's try. Please stop.
You've done something.
I'm not. Hold on. So you can select it and just kind of tab it down with the arrow keys if Canva is trying to test your limits. And we're just gonna fill this in all the way. Now, I don't know that this is a continuing pattern.
I would just duplicate it and try it anyway.
I'm just gonna pop this one over here. And then, let's see, because, I mean, you won't be able to tell really, truthfully.
It's just when you make it bigger, the cow print gets bigger.
I know, that bothers me. Okay.
I would just leave it like that and duplicate it another time and put it on the other side.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna bring this one to the front.
Yeah.
The command right bracket, that's gonna bring it to the front. That looks good to me.
Yeah, looks good.
And then instead of doing the same thing over again, I'm gonna click and drag and it's gonna grab that star, but it's okay. We're gonna hit Command D and bring all of these up. I'm gonna delete that little star off and then select all of these again. Actually, I'm gonna manually do it. So click, hold the shift key down, click all of these, and then bring it up here to the top. Make sure you're not leaving any white. There you go. Ain't that just darling?
Just darling.
Just darling. I want that more of that cow. Okay. And then you can make sure everything looks okay because we're about to print. Okay. I'm going to lighten that pink up before we print it because I want it to be lighter and it'll show up once I print it. So we're just going to lighten her up. I know y'all can't tell on the screen, but it looks really good. Okay. From here, we just need to print. So if you're wanting to save something to your computer, you need to go share, download. Now, there's different save settings for printing. So Lauren always says PDF print is the best, right? Am I right?
For printing, yes.
So we're going to use PDF print, but there are different color profiles you want to use. So if you're just doing a digital save, RGB. If you're wanting to actually print it, CMYK.
Yes.
And then flattened PDF also helps, doesn't it?
I don't know what you do on that mouse to make it do that.
I like hover over the mouse and it zooms in
Okay.
sometimes. I know, it's awful.
Because it don't be doing that for me.
It just started to me like a few weeks ago. Okay, and then I'm gonna hit download and it's gonna download on my computer. You can print from Canva, but it's like a whole thing. Okay, they like gotta print it and send it to you and we ain't doing all that. Okay, save it to your computer, print it from your own printer.
Do you have paper in the printer?
I sure do.
Okay.
Look how good it looks. Dang, that looks good. We did a good job, you guys. Okay, and then there's the print button. And we are printing.
It's okay.
It's really cute. It's really cute though. So here, we'll go overhead so y'all can see it. I love pink and red personally.
Okay, we'll print it without using the PDF print and see what it comes out as.
Okay.
And I'll go out there and put some in there.
Okay, let's do system dialog. So we're gonna print this without, so I need to resave it. Let's see. So we're gonna go, first of all, I'm gonna fix this. Go to share, download, what, like PNG? Or should I do it PDF print and do RGB?
I would do it as a PNG.
Let's see.
That way the people who are using the free version can see how different it prints.
Okay. So I'm saving it as a PNG. This one that you're looking at overhead is a PDF saved with under CMYK.
Let me see it.
And it's like giving red. It's a little red. Okay, I'm gonna open up the PNG and we're gonna print this one. Let's see here. Rear tray, best quality. Okay, did you put?
I did.
Okay.
I already put it in there.
All right, it's printing, it's printing. Man, I was thirsty. Did Lauren answer any questions that you guys have?
All
Anybody?
of them
Listen,
that I could find.
if you're making these for your kid's party, you're a good mom.
A good mom.
These take forever. This is a labor of love. And honestly, they have so many cute, like little, I was telling Sadie before the live stream, because she hadn't seen these before, and I was like, oh my gosh, girl, like these are all over, because people do like these with, they do like Capri Sun pouch covers,
Yeah.
Water bottle covers. People do Rice Krispie treat, like you name it. You name it, they make it. But I just think these are so fun. And these would be great, like Lauren said, for treat bags, because I was thinking like actually chips, and like you're gonna have 30 people. I ain't making 30 of these, but I'll make 10 for the kids. You know what I mean? So it's just whatever you're willing to do. And I go pretty hard for parties. I just don't know. I mean, I think maybe after you make the design, because you know the design doesn't take that long. Like we've been here for like 30 minutes working on this.
I think it's just this printer.
Is it?
I think it is very hard for printers to print a true like hot pink.
Hot pink is just a hard color.
Hot pink is a hard color, not only in that, but you were telling me in pottery, like you cannot get hot pink when when you're doing pottery.
Yeah, like you can't, if somebody can make a hot pink pottery paint, you're gonna be making money. Like you can paint pottery
like I
hot
said, this
pink,
is coming out red too.
but they don't have pottery, hot pink pottery glazes. Fun fact. Oh yeah, but that's better for you. It's still a little better. It's still red. But anyways, it's cute. We're gonna use it.
It's pretty much
the same.
pretty much the same.
Okay, so here is our piece. I do keep the white edges personally.
That's what somebody was asking about, the white edges, and I was explaining that no matter what you print, you're gonna have white edges. Even if you tell your printer to print at 100%, you're still gonna have white edges. Even professional print shops, you have to add crop marks and bleed if you want it. If you want something that looks like it goes all the way to the edge,
Right. So,
and they have to cut it off.
right. So when you get this, you're just gonna flip it over, and we're gonna add double-sided adhesive all the way around, okay? We're not attaching all the sides yet, but we are adding adhesive to all the sides, because once we start folding this up, you're not gonna be able to get in there with the double-sided adhesive gun, because there's not gonna be enough room. So we're gonna go ahead and get this down. Now, if you don't have an ATG gun, you can just get a plain old double-sided adhesive tape gun. You can get them at Walmart, Dollar Store has them. Just anywhere, and this doesn't take a lot, just a little bit. And someone asked what paper we're using. This is actually inkjet glossy photo paper. Okay, and then now this is the front and this is the top. I'm going to fold these in. I am not going to press at the top, okay? I'm going to press in the middle first. So like right here, make sure it's lined up. Just kind of pinch it. So it's attached like this right now. Okay, I'm gonna leave this top open and I'm going to push this down in the middle. Sorry, I can't explain and breathe and talk at the same time. So it's kind of like a weird fold. Honestly, oddly satisfying though. Okay, so then we've got that. Then you can put in all of your contents. We brought marshmallows in here. Should we put some in? I'm not gonna put any in.
Sure.
I'm not gonna do it. Okay, so, those smell good. Put your chips in. Put your chips in, put it in your little treat bag,
Put
whatever.
in some Marshies.
Okay, fine.
Okay, fine.
Can I eat one? These are from last Christmas.
I don't know. They're probably more like the freeze-dried at this point.
They're a little hard.
They're a little hard.
They're all stuck together, you guys. I can't. They're stuck together. I think Mary Catherine pulled some out there earlier for us, but they're sitting out there. It's okay.
Gabrielle says if you want this printed for you, meaning you send it to a print shop, if at all possible, if you're sending it to a print shop, their printers are going to be spot on.
Right.
I would do PDF print if you have Pro. If not, PNG will be okay.
Yes.
But if you're taking it to a professional printer who does printing every single day, I would do PDF print.
Yeah. So I'm going to pinch this down up here. Okay. So there's still air inside. There's chips in here, remember? Marshmallows, sort of. And then we're just going to pinch that down.
Now, if you want to attempt to put an actual bag of chips inside that, you can.
Yeah, you totally can. I think a little bag would fit. And then what you're going to do is cut this edge. Wow.
We had somebody.
Great job, Alicia. I'm listening.
We had somebody say the most that they've done is 60 for a baby shower.
I saw that, honestly.
Jesus, take
You
the wheel.
get a prize. I'm trying to do this as best as possible. I like to go up as far as I can on the scissor blade. I mean, whatever, guys. It's giving a chip bag. Now, but we've got one more step. I should have put something in there because it's like trying to deflate on me. You guys can see though. Okay, and then you're gonna put this in here. You're just gonna slide this in. This is gonna chomp it up, okay? It's gonna chomp it and make it look. This is really gonna secure it. So I'm just twisting it, and then you can twist it to pull it back out, and it's gonna give that ridged edge. And then we're gonna do the same thing this way. And you can go down as far as you want, but you don't have to go down very far. And there you go. And it would pop up a little bit more if we had something in it, but that's it. I mean, how cute.
Couple
I love
things. Rita.
Hey everyone, my name is Alicia. I am with the Makers Gonna Learn YouTube channel, and today I'm gonna be walking you all through a very simple beginner's guide to using Canva on all of your sublimation projects. There are lots of different resources that you can use to create your sublimation designs. One of our favorites is Canva. So this is a free resource that they have online, and I'm going to show you all everything that you need to know to start sublimating, using your own designs, pulling in the Makers Gonna Learn files, printing it, and all of the above. So stay tuned and learn just how to do that. There are lots of different softwares that you can use to make your sublimation designs. Canva is top of the list for us. Combined with the Makers Gonna Learn files, you can really make some good quality sublimation designs. If you are curious how to do it, go ahead and keep watching. So once you get onto your computer, let's go to the Canva website. So you're going to go to Canva, it's canva.com. And we're going to be on the home screen. So this is after we've created an account, we've logged in, and you're like, OMG, where do I start? What is the first step? So let's just say, hypothetically, we wanted to make a t-shirt. Let's start by creating our design. So on the top right up here, we're going to select create a design. It's going to give you the suggested items right here. So I don't really need any of these items. What I do need is the custom size. So I'll X off of this so you can see me go down here again. It's on the bottom left of this drop down menu. You're going to select custom, and then it's going to give you the option to plug in your width and height. Now, it's going to come in as pixels. We are not measuring in pixels. If you are an experienced graphic designer, then you're going to know how to measure with pixels, but we are beginners. So we're going to go to inches. And what I'm going to do for this one, I'm going to start with an 8.5 by 11 sheet. That's just going to be standard for if you have a small format sublimation printer. So I'm going to go ahead and print this 11 by 8.5. Now, if you have a wide format printer, you can print, we have an Epson Workforce that prints 13 by 19. So I could actually plug that in there. So make this the size of the paper you're going to be printing on. And then you're going to select create new design. Once you've selected create a design, it's going to open up this big blank document. And then you've got all these options over here. So there are lots of things on here that come with a pro membership, but there are lots of things that you can do without having the pro membership. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to take you through a very simple design where you're not going to really need pro access to Canva. You can just use this with the free version. What we're going to do is upload, and we are going to, before we select upload files, let's go pick a file off of the Maker's Gonna Learn website that we would like to use for our design. So I've already got the Maker's Gonna Learn website pulled up. It's just makersgonnalearn.com. And you can see here we have tons of cut files for you to use. So we could use any of these. Let's look at summer. We'll go to summer and we'll scroll until we find a file that we want to put onto a t-shirt. So once you find the file that you like, we're going to select this little cloud icon with the down arrow. We will need to download the font to our computer, unzip it, and then you can see right here, we've got the PNG. Whenever we go back to Canva, we can actually click and drag this file in, or you can go to upload files, and then we're going to select recents, and you can see right here our beach gnomes are right in the image. Now, whenever I am downloading images off of the Maker's Gonna Learn website, a lot of times they will come in as an SVG and a PNG. We need the PNG. An SVG is a cut file, so we're not actually going to be cutting this out. We are just going to be printing it. So I'm going to go ahead and select the PNG, and I'm going to open it. And whenever it uploads, it's going to pull into this little category over here. So what we're going to need to do is select it, and it's going to automatically pull onto our canvas. It's a little bit smaller than we like, so we can go ahead and stretch this out to the size that we want. And then what you would do from here is go ahead and name it. So we're going to name this Beach Gnomes. And then I'm going to select Share, come down to Download. It's already selected as a PNG, which is what we want. This is best for print quality. And I'm going to select Download. This is going to download this onto my computer at the size that we want. And then you can even open it right from here. You can go File, Print, and make sure you've got your right printer selected and your right paper size. And then you can go ahead and print it. Now, that's just for a basic image. If you are printing anything with text, you're going to need to mirror your image. So let's go ahead and do a quick design for a t-shirt with text. We can still use this image. We're just going to shrink it down just a little bit, and I'm going to add words to this. So let's go back to the Maker's Gonna Learn website and download a font that we think would match with our little beach gnomes. If you select the fonts category on the Maker's Gonna Learn website, we have so many different options for fonts, and we constantly are uploading new fonts every month. So lots of different options here. Let's do something cute and whimsical. We'll go to the fancy category and see what we can find there. Let's go with atmospheric. This is one of my favorite fonts. I'm going to go ahead and download it, click on the zip file to unzip it, and then I'm going to double click it and install the font. And then I'm going to go back to Canva, and we are going to select text, and you can add a text box. We're going to write chillin' with my gnomies. And so whenever you type this in, it's a very basic font. It's very small, so we can actually drag this to make it bigger. You can even manually put in a number up here to change the font size. And then what we'll need to do is come up to our fonts and see if our font came in. It did not. So whenever you download a font to Canva, it does not automatically upload into Canva. So you've downloaded it onto your computer, but Canva doesn't recognize that. So what you're going to need to do is select the styles icon, and we're going to go to edit under the untitled brand kit. We're going to go edit, and we're going to just scroll until we see upload a font. Now you may not even have to scroll. It may just be right there at the top, but you can select upload a font. You can see the atmospheric zip file. You can go to recent, or you can just type in atmospheric and it's going to pop up the font file. I'm going to go ahead and click that, and we're going to go ahead and upload it. Okay, and then this box will pop up. You can go ahead and X that out. And then what we'll do is select our font. We're going to go to the drop down menu, and you can type it in, and it should be in here now. There it is. We're going to select atmospheric, and you can make that font a little bigger if you want. You can kind of play around with it. I'm going to click off of it and then pull it down by clicking back onto it. And you can see these little lines right here are allowing us to line our image up with our text perfectly. And we can even change the color of our text. So if you go to this little A with the rainbow underneath it, you can change to any of these colors. If you want a custom color, you can go to add a new color, and you can use this little dropper tool. If you select the dropper tool, you're going to be able to skim over the gnomes, and you could select your favorite color. I really like this pink and this orange, so we could use the orange. And then what you would do before saving, if you were happy with this design, if you were like, this is exactly what I want, what you're going to need to do is flip your images. So we need to flip everything on here. It doesn't allow you to flip text in Canva. It does allow you to flip your image. So what we're going to do is just save this. I'm going to go to share. This is exactly what we did the first time. I'm going to download it as a PNG, just like that. So once you've downloaded it, go ahead and open it in preview. You can go to your Finder and type in beach gnomes if it doesn't pop to the bottom of your screen. We're going to select the one with the words. Then what you're going to do is go to Tools, Flip Horizontal, so it looks backwards, but remember, we're going to be sublimating this onto a t-shirt. So we're going to print it backwards. When it transfers onto the shirt, it will print onto the shirt the correct way. And then you would just go from here, File, and send it to your printer. Okay, I want to show you all what to do when you're pulling in an image that has text in it already. So what you're going to do, if you wanted to use any of our fonts that already have letters in them, let's use this autism in puzzle pieces. Super cute. I'm going to go ahead and download that, unzip the file, and then I'm going to open it up here. And you can see we've got the SVG and the PNG. The PNG is the only one we'll need. And I am going to actually click and drag this into Canva just so you all can get an idea of what that's going to look like. If you think that's easier, you can just click and drag this PNG right on to the canvas. So once you've pulled this in, you can size it up to the size of the paper. Just make sure you're not going over the edge. And what we're going to do from here is flip our image. So on the top left right here, you're going to see a flip option. We're just going to flip it horizontally. That makes our image backwards. And then what we're going to do is the same process we did with the other two. This time we want to make sure we're changing our image name before. So I'm just going to change this to Autism Puzzle. And then we will do share, download as a PNG, and then you're just going to download it from here. And then you would do the regular print process. You're just going to open this up, and you can see it's still backwards. We're going to go File, Print, and then you're going to print it just like this. Okay, the final thing that I want to show you, this is something that you would have access to if you have Canva Pro, and that is removing the background on your images. So let's find an image that has a background and we'll remove it so that we only have the focal point of the image and no background. Okay, let's use this little Christmas tree card. I'm going to go ahead and download that and pull it into Canva. Okay, so once this is in Canva, you can see that there is a background on it. Now, if you only want the Christmas tree, what you're going to need to do is make sure that your image is selected. Just make sure it has the purple border around it, and we are going to edit image. If you are a pro member, you will have the background remover option. So I'm going to select background remover, and it's going to automatically remove some of the background, and we may have to manually go in and remove a little bit more, but let's see what it takes off on its own. And that's perfect. So this way we don't have that beige background, we just have the Christmas tree. And if you really wanted to, you could select this erase option right here. You can move your brush bigger and smaller, and you could go in and erase everything around the Christmas tree if you just wanted the tree. So this is a really good option to have if you are wanting to break designs apart, like if you found a file that you really love, but you don't necessarily need the background. This is a really, really good alternative for you. So after you've removed your background, you can click here and you can show the original image so you can see how much that we took away. And then once you're done, you're just going to select this done option. So you could stop here if you just wanted the cute little tree, or we can go and add some text in like we learned before. So there's different options here. You can just add a text box and we can put Merry Christmas on here. You can also use these font combination options, which are really fun. You can just pull these in and you're able to actually edit the text on them, and then you can resize. So very, very cute option there. You can just select that and shrink it down until it fits. I can manually change that to, well, let's do it a little bit smaller. But you guys get the idea. You're going to be able to totally customize your designs using Canva, which is so great because you can take in files that you like and make them your own. Now, if you are going to use this design, this is a instance where you're going to need to make sure to flip your image. But like I was saying before, you cannot flip your text in Canva unless the image has text in it already. I hope that that makes sense for everybody. But what you would need to do in this instance, if you added text, you're going to go ahead and change the name of this. So we're just going to change this to Christmas tree. And you would just download it like normal as a PNG. and then you're gonna open it up, and this is where you would go, tools, flip horizontal, and then you would print it from here to your printer. If you all are curious at all in regards to pricing for the Pro, you can go up here to plans and pricing, and it's going to show you everything that's included with a Pro membership. So there are lots of perks to doing this. You can see the cost breakdown here. So lots of different options, but test it out using the free version at first and see if you like it. We sublimate constantly, and Canva is just tried and true for us. You just have endless options as far as design goes. And it's just super, super easy to follow, especially once you get in there and use it a few times. It's relatively easy to follow for all of your sublimation needs. I hope that you all learned something today and that you are now going to be able to easily navigate Canva on your own if you were curious about sublimation. We use Canva on a regular basis for sublimation, and we really, really love the software. It's just super foolproof and makes everything pretty streamlined for us. If you're new here, make sure to click the subscribe button and hit the little bell so every time that we post new videos, you'll be notified. And if you weren't aware, we offer a sublimation course through makersgonnalearn.com. If you go onto our website, you're going to be able to sign up for a sublimation course. So if sublimation is something you've been really interested in and you're just like, I don't know where to start, you don't even have to own a printer yet to start this course. So we walk you through all of the steps on how to actually buy a printer, what programs you need to use, how to design everything, and it actually comes with sublimation files when you sign up. So make sure to check out the Makers Gonna Learn website, and we will see you all in the next one. Bye.